Good now?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Read the comments.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another Monday, man. This is a very special night we have tonight. Every Monday is a special night, I like to call it, because this is the Blackout Podcast. If it's your first time here, welcome. Check. Can we turn somebody's...
I think it's your phone.
Your phone.
Check 1, 2. Oh, my bad.
The Blackiana's over here bumping already. The live stream on the delay. Don't get it
I
twisted.
forgot I had a mic.
Yeah. Dude, we got Danny Boy right there hitting switches behind.
What's up, y'all?
Let's get it going. Let's go around the room, man. This is the Blackout Podcast here on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere else. My name's ODM, one half of Lighter Shade of Brown, your daddy's favorite rapper, your mama's favorite DJ.
Yeah, what's up? It's your boy Money Moons, a.k.a. Dinetta Luna. Baby mamas love me. Baby daddies hate me. You know what it is.
It's a little squirrely in the corner over
That was a
there.
whole verse right there, old boy.
Who's the baby girl in the corner?
Back once again is Creme Brulee Mommy, a.k.a. CP, a.k.a. La Blackiana.
Hey, and ladies and gentlemen, in front of us, let's give it up for the GOAT. When I say GOAT, it's all caps, man. Double cap, triple cap. You can't give this man enough flowers, bro. Legendary producer, DJ, did it all, man, and still doing it here, man. We just lucky to be alive and talk about it. DJ Tony G.
Hey.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I could have kept going. I could have kept going. You know that.
That's boring.
More accolades. There's more to your
Let's
name.
get to who's the king of Chicano rap. Bro?
Oh,
How do we do
already?
that? How do we
Straight
do
up
that?
into
Okay,
the mint.
we're going to get into that. But before we do, though, we got to shout out our sponsors, man, for today. Shout outs to Organic Gold. Now, it's not jewelry. No, it's not. It's time to elevate your cannabis experience, right? Introducing the Organic Gold Cannabis Company, where nature and quality meet to bring you the purest and most potent cannabis products on the market. The Organic Gold Cannabis Company provides itself on using only the finest all-natural and organic ingredients in their products. Their indoor cannabis flowers are hand-trimmed with care and love, ensuring that every plant produces the highest quality buds. Sourced from local and sustainable suppliers to ensure quality, they create their oil concentrates. That's just fire. I don't know if you got a chance to check out the oils, man. The disposables and, of course, edibles. The knowledgeable and friendly staff at Organic Gold are always available to answer any of your questions and guide customers through their products. You can follow them on Instagram, Organic Gold 1. Thank you, guys. Salute.
Damn, that shit sounds bomb. They sending you samples?
I might have some treats today. I might have some treats. I don't know.
Papa pass.
You never know, OG.
That was done by a pro.
You know?
That's a $1,500 spot right there. Real quick. That was what, Rob? 20 seconds?
Bro,
25?
that was, I'll try to do it under 60, you know
try
what
to
I
do it-
mean?
yeah, that's
Luckily,
about
I
30
can
seconds.
read, because that
Yeah.
shit would have been like 5 minutes, you know what I mean? But we got to get it in where they fit in, so.
It's not your regular podcast.
It's
yeah,
not
right?
your regular podcast. Matter of fact, man, shout outs to Bubba's Tacos. This is our facility here.
Beautiful. in there,
Bubba.
bro.
We started here last week.
Bomb.
Bubba's Tacos in Ontario, man. Got all the fine, not asada. He got the bomb ass steak, the pollo, the
shrimp.
the rings, the
shrimp.
The shrimp. I said the rings. He got rings too. You know what I'm saying? He got buffalo wings. He got everything you can imagine right here, man. Come check him out here on Milliken, right by the Ontario airport, man.
Fire.
Whew, got that out the way.
He's out of
So,
breath. Oh, man.
we here, man. Salute, Tony.
Salud, bro.
Go right here, brother, man. Thank you, man, for coming through. I appreciate you. I know you coming out from the LA area. We're based in the Inland Empire, but when I planted that text, bro, you were like, man, I'm with you, G. I got you, man, for sure, man. And
You know that.
so many memories that we have and everything to talk about. But since you're my guest and you brought up the king of Chicano rap, who's the Chicano rap? You know, I mean, let's talk about
No,
it.
I mean, it's a vibe right now, so.
It
I
is.
just had to bring that up.
And we should get into it. I mean, you of all people have worked with most at least 85% of Chicano rap out there when it even started. Now, my first question to you is who started Chicano rap wise?
We never used that term. So that term is irrelevant to us. That didn't come about till years later. I think ALT told me, hey, you know what? You know what? It was on the Brown Pride website. Remember back in the day?
Yes, brownandproud.com or brownpride.com or something like that. Yes.
There, and I guess ALT was doing some scripting and stuff for them and building the site at that time. Because, ALT was coding and all that shit at that time. And he said something like Chicano rap. And I was like, word. We had no basis of it. We were just doing hip-hop.
Right.
Rap music, and everybody happened to be Chicano.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Now, that website, I'm not quite sure when it started. I remember it at like 2099, but it wasn't before. You're probably thinking way like early 90s, right?
Yeah, early 90s. 94 at least, it had to have been, or 95. I went digital at that time. I converted my studio from analog. So whenever the ADATs came out, right around there is when,
I was an ADAT user, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. Before the Cubases, the Logic Pros and all that. You had reel-to-reel.
Yeah.
And then it jumped over to the ADATs. At least for me, it did.
Well, I started with cassette 8 tracks, and then I went to reel-to-reel when I can afford it. After my first
OG
records,
right here. Yes.
Then I went to reel-to-reel, so I had one of the first home studios.
Yes.
In L.A.,
Tony G, and we've all recorded there, man. Everybody from Lighter Shade of Brown, Kid Frost, which we'll get into, Slow Pain, and the list goes on and on. That's why I said when I first opened, I said, man, this dude has worked with them all. And so you're saying ALT would be the first time you heard the Chicano.
He's the one that brought it up to me.
Brought it up.
Because it was being thrown around in the chats, I guess.
Right.
Because they had a chat room and everything. They were way ahead.
Yeah.
Way ahead. They had the whole chat room and all the net banging was cracking.
I remember that shit.
That was back in...
That was C-Pixel days. Damn, you don't remember C-Pixel?
Yeah.
Moons was like fucking 10.
We were talking about chat room, like damn.
Yeah.
AOL or what?
Then it came about, of course, with Kool-Aid and E-Dub show, with the Bocos Pero Locos. That's when the term was more. So royalty, that's why I said that one time on another podcast, was royalty as the Chicano, rap king, that kind of thing.
Right.
Because he was affiliated with all the San Diego groups. He brought Little Rob to my studio to record Young, and Little Rob is like, he was the poster boy.
Yeah.
Not a poster boy. He's like the guy that did it.
Right.
That put like the group El Chicano did for music.
Right.
He was able to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What we did with Frost was more hip hop, and it was more of a message of the culture of the Chicano culture.
Right.
It has something. It was totally different.
Like making a statement type thing.
Yes, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here, and this is how we live, and this is how it goes down, and it's irrelevant of whatever anybody else is doing. We're gonna make this noise right here.
You being like forefathers, just setting the foundation. Just with hip hop alone. You talk 80s, like you mentioned, was all hip hop, and that's what I try to stress. Because we came in Lighter Shade at 89, 90. Frost, Mellow Frost, then us, right? And it was just hip hop. So thank you for saying those words, because Chicano rap kind of like hit the surface, like you said, with the royalty, Little Robs. That was the first artist I thought of and then of course the Capones, Mr. Shadow, Lil Wayne. Shout out to all the San Diego rappers too.
But before us, you had Rocky Padilla. What was the name of Rocky's group, Ruben? Remember Cazell? Rocky Padilla's first group? Sugar Style. So
Weekend Toys.
And they were doing, before Weekend Toys.
No shit.
Yeah, they already had stuff out. They had an album cover with the high socks and the whole band playing. They were doing live music because, Rocky's family, they're all great musicians.
Right. Shout out to Danny.
So those were like, when you picked up that record, those were Chicanos doing rap
music.
With TNT.
Right. Shout out to TNT, the unit. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So that was all part of that little circle. And Rocky, of course, had his artists.
And this was what, 84, 85, 86?
Oh, no. Yeah, 84, 83, maybe, right around there. I had just started DJing. Remember, I started DJing in 83, and I got on Katie in 84. It took me a year to get on the radio.
That's right.
I practiced that whole year and got on the radio.
So what was unique about your situation? Is Miami boy raised or Florida raised?
No, New York.
New York.
And then Miami.
Then Miami. Then you brought the East Coast style over to the West. Is that fair to say?
I came to the West, and I was in heavy metal band, so I was a rocker.
That's right. You weren't even DJing at the time.
Nah, I didn't give a shit about DJing, none of that. I was doing rock and roll,
Get down the
Drumming,
drums,
right?
huh?
Yeah.
heavy
Yeah.
metal. That's it.
No shit. So you converted from heavy metal over to hip hop?
Yeah, because of the drugs. You know, I went with
The drugs weren't enough for heavy metal?
Yeah, no, it was too much. It was way too much.
Oh, that's why you quit. I got you. I got
it
you.
wasn't for me, you know.
Yeah,
I love the
yeah.
music, of course, but it just wasn't my. And we were too young, you know. We were doing Hollywood and stuff, and we were young bands, man. And it was just
How old
was
were you
all the-
playing? The drums, was it? Or you're percussionist, right?
no drums. I was playing drums.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
15,
Awesome.
14.
Playing older clubs.
Yeah, 15, 16 years old.
Did they ever sweat you at the time? Like, hey, you're too
Well,
young to get in this 21
Well,
over.
no, we would do the in my band, we would do the all ages nights at the clubs. Then I played with a band that were older men, so I would have to, you know, park in the parking lot, unload, set up, and then go outside and wait till
Right.
it was our set. Then I would come in
get
to
in.
play, and then on our break I would have to go back outside and sit in the van till the next set, and then come back in because I was 16.
So
you know, I couldn't-
wholesome.
Yeah. Well, they didn't want to lose their license either.
Yeah, that was like Gazari. You know, those were the spots.
Sure.
You know, Starwood. Well, it's a Sunset Hollywood. You know, those were
Those were the spots.
the spots. That's where you're getting records. I mean, Ronnie James Dio came to see us play.
Wow.
Rat, Poison. I mean, those were all. I had that. I had that drum set, which was Steve Gadd's drum set, the one in the maybe the '80s rock commercials back in the '90s that you would see
Right.
on the TV. Like, you know, you could buy blah blah blah, and they would sing all the songs. You know how they do
Yeah,
those
yeah,
commercials.
yeah.
So that drum set was my drum set, which was the Zebra drum set that I got from a friend of Al's that was friends with the drummer from those bands.
Right.
And that was Steve Gadd's, one of the greatest drummers in the world's drum set.
Wow. I was gonna ask
So-
what your kit looked like, but
I had many kids at that time. And Rocky used to come and rehearse. His brother used to, you know, Danny used to come to my house and rehearse and get down with Handyman because Handyman was a bass player. He was a breaker, but he was a bass player too. You know?
Yeah.
nice.
Handyman, you said?
Yeah, Handyman.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Handy and Pablo. We all grew up together. Me, Handy, Pablo, Lil Kevin. All of us were all from El Monte, and those were the guys in the movie Breaking. Those were the real breakers in the movie Breaking.
Okay.
Those are the only one of the dudes that knew how to break. You know?
Wow.
Shit, man. You're talking about these movies and just growing up. Like, I remember being a little mocoso, man. Fucking, like, we were talking on the phone before this, and you were like, you were at home rapping. And no, I was listening. I was trying to listen. Well, I was listening to K-Day, and I was bumping Rodeum tapes my neighbor had. He was older,
Right.
and we used to go sit on those. I would sit on a tape deck box like that he would have because I was too low to sit in his low rider. I
Right.
was too young. And I would just pop out those cassettes. But all these memories as you're talking, bro, it's such a blessing to have you, bro.
Well, when they were doing the Rhodium tapes, that was already, hip-hop was already here. You know, like it was already popping. When we were doing it, it was very minimal. You know, it was like weirdo music, and people didn't really want to vibe with it, you know?
Would you say that, and because I'm hearing you talking about metal, and then I had a couple of cousins that were into metal who were Mexican.
Oh,
But there were a lot of Mexicans into metal in 82, 83,
Oh, yeah, East
84,
LA had a ton of bands.
right before rap.
East LA had a ton of bands.
No shit.
So when we would go like to El Sereno play or those areas, it was all Chicanos that were playing.
Sick.
And they were thrashers, though. They were more thrashers. So the later in the 80s, they were more hardcore and thrashers. And, you know, I got flyers, you know, Suicidal used to open for us. You know, a lot of bands opened for us. And a lot of gigs. And then those promoters turned out to be big promoters later on. They used to promote those gigs. Those are friends that I went to school with when we were kids. you know.
Yeah.
And we all come from that little SGV circle.
Yeah.
You know, we took it to the next level, to Hollywood. Because in that era, so in 1983, 82, 81, Hollywood was going down the drain. Nobody wanted to buy any property over there. So you can just break the doors in the bank, go inside into an event, and nobody came. No one, you know, the people came, the cops went up because nobody was there. It
Right.
was just mainly what it looked like today with the homeless and stuff, but less people. Because Hollywood was dead.
So-
Florentine Gardens was the only thing cracking.
What was the name of the club? Okay, there was the Roxy. What are some of the
Well, the Roxy
the prime
was
ones?
Roxy, the Rainbow, of course, but we didn't play there because those were older clubs and those were sit down, big money. That was like where the loot was. So right down the street was Gazari's. That was the spot that we played a lot of the Battle of the Bands and stuff like that. Then you had the Starwood, which was on the corner. Then Troubadour, of course. That was like when you did the Troubadour, it was a rap. So we used to rehearse in Hollywood all the time. I mean, I would rehearse in Tommy Lee's room.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
that's right.
use his stage in his rehearsal rooms.
Tell us a Tommy Lee story. I know you got one.
No, I didn't hang out with him.
Oh, you didn't? Did you ever meet him later on?
No, we'd see each other in there, but we were all competitive at that time.
Ah.
We were, like what the rappers do now, all the bands were doing then too. So you would try to go to the rehearsal room where all the big bands were, all the bands that were getting hot, and sweat them and do your sets and stuff. And then
So it was all ego walking through the hallways?
that's all it was. Oh,
That's
same thing.
how it
It's
is
exactly
today,
the
like he said.
But
That's
rock
exactly the
star
same.
ego. It's
Right.
It's extra.
Can you imagine the motherfucker coked up walking by you and you're coked up?
Yeah.
Like can you imagine? Like
crazy eyes.
motherfuckers already to get it on.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot.
Yeah.
It was hot. And you had the managers, and then we were over at Curly Joe's studio that was off the 5 and the 10 freeway and the 5 freeway. There's a big old building where they filmed the movie Christine 16 and 16 Candles, stuff like that. Those funny old scary movies.
Right.
And that was a big rehearsal room, so we had the suite on top. So we had Pantera. We shared a big ass room with them.
What
That's
the
fucking
what?
sick.
How sick is
Legendary
that, man?
groups right there.
But I was a kid. We were young guys doing it, trying to make it, getting PAs, and
But at
That's how I
some
got into
point,
DJing.
out of rock, you went from rock to hip hop, right? How did that transition?
I always liked funk music and stuff because my friends were a lot of friends of mine moved here from the East Coast.
Yeah.
And we all lived in Almani, so we hung out together. So on the weekends that I didn't play, I would go to clubs. The Younger Maryland's Club, Pasadena.
Yeah.
It had just opened. Southgate, Huntington Park, the Cuban clubs, because I'm Cuban,
Right.
So we would go to all the disco functions and stuff and watch the DJ get down, that kind of stuff. And then hip hop blows up here. Not blows up, but they come out with Rapper's Delight.
I was going to say to you, what's the one song that you
Rapper's
knew
Delight was
rap
the
was on
one.
the West Coast?
Well, Rapper's Delight. That was the one that
That seems to be the favorite.
when your pops was playing, they go, man, listen to this shit.
Yeah.
You knew something was cracking with it. And it was only on AM, so it wasn't like rap wasn't on FM. I mean, remember, LA didn't even play really edgy funk, nothing like that in the big stations. You had to be in the LA stations like KGLH on AM case, FM case, and then KGFJ, of course, and K-Day was touching on it.
Right.
But KGFJ played more of the West Coast style.
See, I hadn't heard of KJFJ back when I was growing up. See, I grew up in Orange County, right?
Right.
When I was a youngster. I knew
That's
of
Uncle
K-Day,
Jam's Army. I mean, that's
but I hadn't heard of that station.
that's the station before. I mean, K-Day has been around since the 50s. So
Okay.
when I learned about K-Day, I was already in the rock metal scene, and it was just a friend of mine was his family owned a cleaning business.
Yeah.
And K-Day was one of the buildings that they cleaned.
Yeah.
So he would mingle with everybody, and he gave one of my mixtapes to one of the people there. And then
You hear
he's
that?
like, Tone, you want to go over there to
K-Day
let's go
was
to
on
K-Day.
AM.
They want to get you on there, and I'll be like, I don't even know what K-Day is, and never heard it, and I could care less,
Right.
Because I was making money doing
Right.
parties. I was doing heavy metal, and then
Playing your drums.
sometimes I would be heavy metal, or on Friday, and then Saturday I'd be with my buddies doing a hip hop gig because a lot of my New York homies, my Puerto Rican homies, had moved to Almani, so they would borrow our band equipment, which was the PA and speakers and amps, because we had that,
Yeah.
and they'd plug turntable and mixer, and we hung out. So yes, my buddy had a huge collection, and I was already aware of the old school, not the old school that people think is old school, like the real.
Speak on it.
Real old school.
Give us a couple artists. Speak on it. Like, cause that's some shit that I can leave
I mean,
here and go
even,
look up
even
if I
when
don't
you got
know.
like Heartbeat and the rappers on Heartbeat, and Furious 5, of course, Funky 4+1, and jeez, so many.
These roll out in the 80s?
Remember? Yeah, well, 80.
Oh, 80.
Yeah. So.
Is that the year? We have a question in the chat. It says, ask Tony G, please, what date does he consider the birth date of hip hop?
Oh, I can't give you that. That's more of a Kool Herc thing.
Yeah.
And that was, early 70s, mid-70s, in the hood. In
So
New
then
York.
the 80s would be like another golden age of that, would you say?
Well, the 80s was regular people heard it. Hip hop was for years was part of a culture. It was the graffiti culture, the MC culture, the DJ culture. Then the MC was just doing his little raps in between with the DJ. The DJ was the main thing of hip hop.
Right.
That's how hip hop was really about.
So before
of course, the
the rappers got exposed, it was the DJs.
Well, the rappers were there because they were the MCs, the master of the ceremony. They were the ones that announced who's DJing now, how the party was cracking. Yo, throw your hands in the air. Wave 'em. Everything you do at your show, that was in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? It's that old.
Even on the West Coast?
No, on the East Coast. The West Coast picked up on it when we brought East Coast artists here. Then the West Coast started getting hip to. Oh, that's how you do a hip hop show.
You mentioned somewhere they used to bring. There was somebody who used to. I don't know who it was. Used to bring like the Rocksteady crew from New York, the Breakers, because breaking at that time was really huge in the '80s. Obviously.
Well, Uncle Jams did bring them to a skating rink in the beginning because my friends grew up with a lot of the Rocksteady dancers. So right away they went to go meet them at the skating rink. Come to the house, came to Almani, hung out with us, bought records. You know, we just kicked it.
Yeah.
They were just happy to be in Cali, kind of thing. I was barely getting into want a DJ type thing. And my buddy left the turntables at the house one night. They came late from a gig. I said, hey, he set it up for me and showed me how to do that shit. And I got into it, bro. I really, really got into it.
You started learning how to mix without a fader, right?
Well, yeah. I didn't,
There was no mixer.
I didn't know you had to have a fader. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea.
It's the best way to learn, though. Just immerse yourself in it.
I had no idea.
So how were you blending the records?
Well, from with up and down faders.
Okay.
And he explained that to me, with up and down faders. But the first thing was, look, this is the beat and this is this. I was a percussionist. I'm a drummer. And I'm a musician, so I know what the kick and the snare was, what the hi-hat was. So when he kind of put it in perspective, I understood. And then on the turntable, he had SLB ones, with the little knob that you turn the little dial, little knob forward or backwards for speed, and the little light would go a little faster or slower.
These were before 1200s?
No, 1200s were out. I didn't even know 1200s existed.
Okay. This is the mixer, though.
No, this is the turntable.
The turntable, okay.
Yeah, the turntable.
Shit,
so on the turntable, he showed me the little dial that you had to go to speed up, slow it down. So I think it was Planet Rock he put on, and I just mixed Planet Rock for a good 3 hours. and I had a concept of bars and breaks, of course, so it was easy to hear that. So then finding another song, harmonically, I had an ear for music,
Right.
I was a musician.
Right.
So went to another record. Rocksteady had come, and Play at Your Own Risk was one of the records that I think Kuriaki brought.
Yeah.
And I was like, play at, play at, play at, play at, play at, play at. No, over, the whole
Hell yeah.
background of it.
Hell yeah.
And man, from there, I got into that and the mixing stuff. But of course, my boy had a lot of hip hop records. So he shot me Creative Records and started messing around. He was telling, bro, you need a fader and you got to,
Right.
So he bought a mixer over with a cross fader and the echo chamber, because in New York, you weren't really a DJ unless you had an echo chamber on your mixer, which is like the reverb. They called that an echo chamber.
It just echoes out the sound?
What you hear in the oldies, the spring reverb, that was built into the mixer.
Okay.
And that was the one you used, to MC. That was your little delay and reverb thing.
Yeah.
And I started practicing, bro. And I saw Wild Style, I saw Flash Rock, and I practiced, and I started making mixtapes, and I got on the radio, bro, and I battled next year and went for the world supremacy.
It sounds like it's easy the way but I feel like being a musician, obviously, either you were just good at what the fuck you did when it came to music.
Compulsive, you gotta be compulsive, of course.
Right,
when you have that
right.
compulsive personalities, you tend to do things to you, lock it.
It intrigued you, though. It triggered something, man. Like, this, okay, I've already did this, mastered the drum. Because I heard you were a great fucking drummer, by the way. I've never seen you live, but cats were commenting when I posted you were going to be here, like, no, ask him about being a drummer. And then a remarkable DJ as well. Like, anything you did, like, fucking you were great at, man.
Man, it was just the right time. It's timing. Being at the right place, the right time, being early, the DJ thing, the stuff that I was doing.
But how many hours did you put into that shit? Let the DJs know who are coming up, that are in their 20s.
It's uncountable, bro, because you could do 3-4 hour practice, and then at night you come back and do another 2 or 3 hours. It just depends. After
what I thought was dope?
After a 4 hour
Let me
gig,
tell you
you do
something.
another 3 hours when you
work
get
day.
home,
Let me tell you, this guy's worth that work ethic.
And then get up and go to work and move furniture. At
Did you
6 o'clock in the morning.
Did you see what? Yeah, exactly. You see what this guy fucking I saw you. I forgot which interview it was, and you were talking about to learn your records. The records you didn't. You said you didn't really do well with hip hop lyrics.
No, terrible. I just knew the last 4 bars and the first 4 bars. That's all I cared about.
And you would do something with the
'Cause
tables
I had
and the
to
cassettes,
think
right?
of it. I had to think of it. What was going to rhyme, and not just rhyme, but the sentence of the whole mix had to make sense of what I was doing. So when I did mixes, people that were hip would catch on the story I was telling with the records. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the end of the verse into the new
Just like the
new verse.
wordplay,
What
right?
you're saying.
Wordplay.
Wordplay. I was gonna say, yeah.
It's wordplay.
That's just dope.
We couldn't do too much because I had, rubber band turntables. They went direct drive. And Kev brought me a 1200 one time, dropped it off. He's like, man, you got to use one of these because this is what everybody uses. And I touched it and I scratched with it.
That was the first time you got introduced to the 1200.
Kevin brought it over. Well, no, I went to go play at a club and they had 1200s. And I never seen them before, bro.
Oh, shit.
So, I got my record. I put it on. I looked at that shit and I was like, Space Mobile. You
Yeah.
know? It was just a whole other world for
But
me.
you learned it quick.
Not really. I was mixing, and then common sense to me was up fast that way, and I was actually going the wrong way in pitch and shit. So I was like, "Damn, I'm having trouble," and I'm looking at the bubbles and shit. And everybody's a genius. Oh, you got to do it. And I was like, "Dude, I'm in the middle of a fucking gig." I don't,
Yeah.
And then a buddy of mine goes, "No, Tone, this way's fast, this way's slow, and you got to be real delicate. It's touchy."
Yeah.
Oh, word. Did it that day. I played, Madonna, yeah, Physical Attraction. I played that song, Physical. That was the first time.
You broke that in the clubs?
Yeah, in that club.
Nice.
That club.
Yeah.
On the fly.
Breaking records.
And
Breaking Madonna.
and it was 2 little
You
white
ever meet
girls.
Madonna?
Yeah, a couple times. And then there was a few little white girls that came up to the booth and asked for, "Do you have Everybody by Madonna?" Or, I don't know.
Classic.
I don't got that. And she looked at me. "Oh, you ain't got it?"
But
I
was
go, "No,
Physical Attraction before everybody?
Bro, it was on the B side. she made me look stupid.
Damn it.
So, I played this song and I flipped the record and played it. And
He learned that
And then
day,
the whole
huh?
place really went berserk.
Because that was the jam,
That
right?
was the jam.
So did you know the difference between the A and B side back then?
Oh, yeah, of course. You studied it.
But you were just trying to be ahead of the game and break the other sides? Because sometimes the B sides are better than the A sides.
Bro, when a record you heard and it was hot at that moment, you played that record at that moment. So you got it like that day and you don't have time. You have to figure out where to throw it into your
Nice.
thing. There wasn't that much science. The science that we had is everyone had their own way in how they mixed.
Right.
Harmonic mixing and stuff, you have to be a musician to be able to do that.
Yes.
And to understand beats and what goes
Counts.
with what, and rhythmically,
Right.
to be able to get the feel of
Right.
swings of music and what goes with what.
In
stuff like
fact,
that.
it was so important to you, you actually took a record. If you didn't know it, you would play it to cassette tape.
Yes.
And you would fucking fall asleep listening to that shit just
I
to
laid
learn the
I laid
song.
on the whole side of a cassette and just to memorize the lyrics, and I try to count, the last 4. I would learn the words right before the last 4 bars.
Right.
And I would learn the last bar to memorize that. So that way I could know where the wordplay was going, or if I needed to go into an instrumental to break a new record. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? 'Cause
yeah,
sometimes, so if you gave me a hot record and nobody knew it,
Yeah.
I'd drop your acapella. That's why it was so important to give me acapellas
Right.
at that time. I'd play your acapella over a banging on Eric B, Rakim beat, or whatever was out at
So
that
that's why
time.
the producers put acapellas, or they produce acapellas so DJs can play them over the instrumentals.
Well, yeah, we needed that also to make
even back then.
to make radio versions. We
Right.
needed acapellas, so we would play the instrumental and the acapella, and then we'd be able to mute out the bad words live,
Make it clean.
and then put them on.
I didn't know
on-
that. So
put
you
'em
play
on
the
tape.
acapellas with the instrumental.
Well, we'd make those, on the radio live. We'd have to play them.
Yeah.
Like that. So we always had to have that, or we'd have to have the regular and the instrumental, and be able to switch back the faders, for the bad words and memorize the bad words. One bad word could cost you
Sure.
$100,000.
Yeah, and they triple now.
Yeah, but back then, it was 100. It was 100 G's, bro.
So how
bad
would you
word.
do? Okay, DJs have intros now. They have 8-bar intros. Like they're.
No, we made our own back to back,
How did you do that
back
back
to
then?
back, back to back, back to back, back to back, and then if it was a 4, you did your intro. Boom, you drop this when you had 4 bars to reach over, take this off, put this on, and drop it. Boom, and start blending it.
Is it a
just the
fact
way
that you and Kid Frost, would like, you guys would go rock parties and you would
He was
you would do that,
my
right?
first mix on K-Day, he emceed it. And everybody at the Wrecking Crew studio, because that was all recorded at Lonzo Studio, the Wrecking Crew studio. And they got to see what hip-hop was, with a DJ rocking instrumentals and an MC rapping. Because in L.A., everybody played an instrumental, and the DJ scratched on one side, and the rapper just rapped off an instrumental.
Right.
That's the first time they heard of, like, someone rock without flashes what they saw and heard it, but to see it live in front of them. That's the first time they saw
Who's the originator of that?
Huh?
DJ motherfucking Tony G. Who's the originator of that?
No,
Come
no,
on,
I mean,
man.
that Flash was doing it, all the Cool Herc, all those DJs.
Yeah, but
were
you
doing
brought
it.
that
not at the
to
speed
the
to
West.
that I
LA.
was
You brought
doing
it to the West.
Yeah, but not at the speed that I was doing it, and the preciseness and the speed, being able to go from break to record, and then drop another break while the MC. So being an MC to rock with a DJ, you have to have the real knowledge of hip hop.
Right.
You got to understand
And
the-
cadence. And,
what the DJ's going to
and
do.
What he's going to do.
And get ready, and you got to know where the MC's going.
Right.
And you got to give him that feel of
Sure.
what he's going with.
You got to catch a vibe. You got to have the chemistry.
You got to keep the vibe.
Keep the vibe.
You got to keep the
It's like knowing when he's cutting out of an instrumental, shut the fuck up because I'm
Yeah.
about to come in the next 8 bar or something.
Oh
Right?
no, or that'd be the dropout, and boom, next
Yeah.
record would be out. So we had our records lined up, and it'd just be like this, bro. And then I got really good at putting them right back into because I hated people putting fingerprints on my records. I hated scratching my shit.
Yeah.
I didn't put the record on the turntable. If I saw you doing that, I knew you're whack.
That's your
You're
pet
sloppy.
peeve.
You're sloppy.
Leave my records alone.
Yeah.
What were people's
my
reactions
shit.
to witnessing you guys do that live, like in studio or?
It was a trip. They just tripped. I mean, DJ Yellow was like, "Oh shit!" He was looking through the window. I remember looking him through the door, going, "Damn, what are you doing? Oh my god!" And then I started clowning.
Yeah.
Because they were the hottest thing in LA. So I started going behind my back, under my legs, doing
Flex.
rocking.
All the tricks.
Oh yeah, which they could never do
Nice.
at that time. So I started really just a clown.
So you were teaching, basically, educating.
No, just clowning. It was more of a clown. Bro, we're in a black neighborhood, in a black industry, and it's me and Kid Frost.
That's a very,
It looks like oh come on, that's how it was when we used to show up at.
and I'm glad you brought that
Gigs.
up because out of the mix masters, 1580 K-Day, I mean, shout outs to M-Walk, shout outs to
of them.
Battle Cat, Tony G, Julio G, and the rest.
Yeah.
The only Latinos were you and Ralph M, right? Mexican
And Julio.
and Julio Spencer. Yep.
That's it.
How was it being Latino? Did you guys look at it like, shit, we're the only motherfucking Latinos in this? Or was it just, no, this is culture. It doesn't matter what race you are.
Well, no, I mean at that time when you're going to like 183rd in 83rd in Manchester, you know where you were. So it's not like we're the only. You know where you're at, bro. You know where you're going.
Did you feel the pressure of having to be
Well, you're always gonna feel
double
pressure.
because
You're always
you're
gonna
doing
feel
a black
pressure.
hip?
Bro, we felt pressure in the Hispanic DJ thing because they were all disco DJs, and some of the dudes were hip hop DJs. But even the disco DJs weren't really good at mixing. They mixed, but it took them forever to mix a song, and they'd be there 5 minutes to try to get the next song on beat and then blend it in. And
So they were all off beat.
Oh, we were throwing breaks in on disco breaks, and they didn't see that, Robert. You know what I'm saying? Cesar De Niro was the first one that saw that and had me go to Hollywood and play, over there. And he was just like, bro, this is dope.
So the disco DJs, they weren't really on beat?
No, well,
Not a lot of them?
No, there was a few. No, they could mix,
Right, blend.
but they would blend records that didn't really blend. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It
The
just-
wrong record.
They didn't. It wasn't that kind of thing. They mixed whatever they had and how they. But it was nostalgic for them
Sure.
because it was their scene. So it was irrelevant whether we liked it or not. It didn't mean anything.
But like even I'll spin every now and then on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'll do my Forbidden Lover, my Spin It, the little bowl.
Right. So those two
And then they
don't
all
mix.
go-
So if you did that, you're leaving the party because that's way off of me. Those are two records that don't
I
mix.
just got my DJ card pulled by Tony G.
But I think that's where the musicianship on your end comes in, especially the drumming percussionist brain, because if you can drum, you can DJ and vice versa, because you're keeping the rhythm. That's the drummer's job, is to keep the rhythm of the band. Everybody's going off the
But you have to
drummers.
have a harmonic ear and a rhythmic melody to understand how things go. That takes you to another level.
Exactly.
And it goes on like that. So the DJs that were part of the K-Day, those mix masters, they showed that ability. And that's how, I picked them.
Yeah.
That's how they became mix masters.
That's why they're masters. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
They all made hit records, and they all still playing today. Ronnie O just posted, and Joe Cooley, another 8 shows that they're doing.
Yeah, which is awesome. I talked to Rodney. We had him on the show a few weeks back, and we're doing some things as well.
Yeah.
It's good to see brothers still working
Good
out there,
people.
and it's even better to see him and Joe.
Oh yeah, it's on.
Doing shows because you know what it is,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Every group has their,
time.
Time,
Time will whoop your ass, bro.
Right? Yeah, we brothers, bro. You gonna
Yeah.
take this one right now, brother?
Time today.
Time will make you overthink. It'll make you overthink too much.
Tony, man, we got Tony G, legendary right here, man. I don't know where to put DJ. I'm gonna say it all. DJ producer first because he was a DJ
Appreciate
before he
it.
started
Gotta do
doing
a couple
production.
shots right here, dog.
Let's get it, man.
Yo, one shout out to Gilbert Ortiz for that donation. And shout out to Reyes Garcia. He said Chicano Strut Clothing in the house.
Hey,
Thank you, bro.
Ray,
That's
baby.
right.
Thank you. Gracias, man. I got the package. I appreciate you. Told you I'd do that, bro. Take care of my people. Take care of us, man. Shit, where do we go from here, bro? Everything that's out there, man, just working with I don't want to talk about the famous, but I already opened my mouth. It was so funny to me how you and Bobcat met. And you were like looking for him. You were like literally looking for him to battle him, right? Bobcat, if you didn't know, he's DJ for LL, right? Back in the day.
Yeah. Well, he produced those records.
And he wasn't, just real quick, just a minimal story. Tell us that you ended up at a store where he was at or somewhere.
Well, the Uncle Jams had a store. Roger Clayton had a record store
Yeah.
for L.A., and that's where you bought all the hip-hop records out there in L.A. And I walked in there to battle Bobcat, and
You never met him.
never met him.
Didn't know what he looked like.
So I went in there with a G, one stack, because they were claiming that you got to bring a stack to battle Homeboy. So I came in, walked in, and said, "Hey, I'm here. I'm want to battle Bobcat. I got a rack." "Oh, he ain't here right now." "Okay, I'll wait for him. When he's coming, he'll be back in a minute. You can get on though." Practice a little bit in the store, a little vibe like this.
Yeah.
Started getting down a little bit. Bobcat never showed up. Man, let's get out of here to my boy. "Man, you sound pretty good." "Yo, I'm Bobcat. That was pretty dope, man. You guys do one day, blah, blah, blah."
Damn.
Yeah,
Check
he
it out.
clowned. He was sharp.
It's crazy. Well, back in the day, they didn't have fucking social media like that, so you didn't know the face. You just knew the name, huh?
Well, people in L.A. knew him because he was the man. Egypt. He comes from Egypt, Egyptian lover, and the whole Uncle Jam's Army thing. So that's their vibe. I didn't know about that vibe. I learned about that vibe a little later.
Yeah.
About that L.A. style, because I didn't have L.A. style. I went
Right.
from heavy metal, bro, from funk, rock and roll to heavy metal to my boys bringing hip hop.
I forgot who it was that told me, bro. They said, Tony G, after I met you and then I went home and then I just absorbed who you were and started. This was back then in the 90s, right? And they said, "Man, fucking Tony's a man. I remember he used to grab a fucking record like this, bend that shit and do this. Like bend the record and scratch with it."
What?
Nobody was doing that.
Some records, because later on the records were being made with acrylic and they'd snap. So
That's another thing I
They
learned. I didn't know
started
before
using
vinyl. Did you know that? There was
Only because of this guy.
there was right, same thing.
yeah,
I'm like,
wax was a little more wax content, and whatever the content was more bendable and flexible. The records were easier to maintain.
I'm sorry, guys. We got Bubba
It's
up
the
in the back. Bubba's Tacos cooking up some food, right? Bubba!
Right.
I didn't know that was the fucking faucet or if that was the oven. I said, "Oh, we in a restaurant and Bubba's going hard right now."
Hey,
on the
so when you were
tacos.
done scratching, could you bend it back or was it trashed?
Oh no, no. Bend it back and scratch and whatever we can do with the record. Drill different holes in different spots of the record, so the record would woo, 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 woo. So we would make our own. We didn't have no way to record it like that.
Yeah.
So you go with the pitch fast and forward sometimes. So you just drill the hole a little bit over, and then the record will wobble a little bit. So if you put it would make your own tone, and you would be
A lot of DMX
get
DJs
lucky.
did that, right? In the battles, they would do that,
Yes,
play little nursery rhymes and shit.
absolutely. But the old school DJs would just drill the hole in the record because you couldn't, you had the older turntables. You couldn't really be constantly moved. The pitch didn't respond that fast. It took a minute. When you went forward, bro, there it goes. You had to kind of. That's what this was. Remember?
Right.
Feathering the record.
You
always have to feather it to
kind
kind of ride it and feather it back.
Yeah.
It comes from.
Or you do the
that.
little center thing right with the.
It all depends.
To slow it down?
It all depends. You know, if
Your
you grab
preference.
that, you grab the little spindle middle.
Yeah, was that a preference?
But, no, I did everything feathering, and I kept everything right on.
Yeah.
Right on time.
What were the pennies and the quarters that went on the needles for?
For the needles, for the weight, because people would scratch, and they didn't know that underneath the scratch pads you had to have something else.
Yeah.
Or the turntable had to be clean and polished in order for it to be able to actually slide back and forth.
Oh, I thought it was so it wouldn't skip.
Right. Right. So they would do that because they didn't know they had to put that stuff underneath the record. And people started soaking up game. Then they got to the
From
point.
Tony G.
Right. And then everybody was really aggressive with the scratching because they looked at it on television with DSD, but that's not how you couldn't do that. Everything, your needle would fall off, So you had to be really smooth and finesse. Having the finesse was more important, and then being precise and making the mixes sound dope,
And the cue points back then, how they have on Serato.
It was all needle drops.
It was
needle drops.
What's
by
needle
vision.
drops?
Well, you knew the lines in the record, and you would memorize the lines in the record.
So what was the tape for then in the middle? You put tape on your shit.
Later on, the tape in the middle was for battle DJs, and then they'd put the tape and drop the needle. So when they dropped the needle, the tape would push the needle into position. So they could drop it anywhere.
Of the label?
The
mark?
The mark on the middle of the label is a mark to let you know your ones, your zero, your absolute time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So your absolute time is from the first sound of the record.
It's like a cue point.
Hell yeah. That's what I thought. That's why I
It's
made
a
reference
cue
to
point.
Serato. Yeah,
So people would see me mark my first note. They didn't know what I was marking. People were just marking records because they saw people marking records and they saw me mark records. They didn't know that I was marking an absolute time of the record.
That's what I was curious
So
about.
every record had an absolute, starting from this note, from this first sound to now. So then you would memorize that line. The thinner line, the more precise you could be if you practice. And then on the records, the grooves, from you playing the same record over, that groove would get a little more war, kind of, and you'd memorize that groove. So you'd push the record and drop that needle on that part of the groove, and digga boom, and it was your cue point.
A lot of trial and error, I'm guessing.
Well, it was repetitive. You had to be repetitive, and then be able to drop that needle right, because you only had 2 seconds, 3 seconds to drop that needle, and that was your cue point.
And I've heard you say that you did not mess up. You're pressure personified.
Well, people say that. I practiced to make sure I never mess up.
There you go.
I didn't allow messing up on the radio, especially. That was one thing that was no.
Even given all the live stuff you had to cut.
I did it all live and played dirty versions and cleaned them up live.
Woo!
And did it live with instrumentals and everything live. Not one word ever. The only word that ever slipped was la-di-da-di. And I told a story once. I was at the station doing a mix on the reel, and I had to take a piss real bad. And I had just finished playing the show, and I had just heard la-di-da-di earlier because I had just got the show, and I just played it that night on the mix, and I needed one more record. I had to piss real bad. I remember hearing them talking for a long time on La-Di-Da-Di. I never.
If you're in
focused on the
radio,
lyrics,
you know those long piss records. Earth, Wind, and Fire
Right.
Reasons is another one.
That was the piss record.
It's like 8
so I turned
minutes.
it around for a piss record, and La-Di-Da-Di. So I went to take a long ass piss, yapped a little bit, came back right before it ended, and went on.
Yeah.
The next day I got that phone call. Hey, man, you let a bad word on
Which
the-
one was it? The bitch?
No,
The bitch been gone.
with your wrinkle pussy, I can't be your lover. That was the end. That was boom, 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 boom.
That's the one you didn't hear on the cassette tech.
No, I never recorded it because I played the show. I just knew that this record did that, so I was like, this ain't gonna work right now because it was all beatboxing. I just
Right.
needed that. I
Right.
knew it was a long time. I just happened to remember it took a long time
Yeah.
to get to that, and that shit, it said it.
Oh, you didn't make it back in time is what it was.
Right.
Okay,
Because
gotcha.
I was yapping. And no, I let it finish, but I didn't even catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
things you can't, if you're not looking for that, you're not going to catch it.
Yeah.
I just went on to the next record and done. Next day I get the phone call, man, that one record you played, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God. It said blah, blah, blah. And, we're going to get fined, blah, blah. Cool. The next day,
Yeah.
hey, can you bring that record down to the...
Did you break Lottie Dottie?
Oh, of course. I broke the show. Like, I broke every hip hop.
Real minimal
minimal
story, because I love hearing your stories. I used to walk 8th grade. I remember I used to walk to school, bro. I would recite "Lottie Dottie" 3 times, and I was at school because I loved that record that much. And sitting in front of the man who broke that fucking record on radio, I'm fucking honored, dude.
Oh man,
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
It was a blessing.
Hell
you
yeah.
know, to be able to get those.
Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, and the backside was the
we used
show,
to do
right?
shows. We used to do shows with them too, with New Edition, at Universal Studios. So it was New Edition, Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh, and then the Mixmasters. We were the intermediate DJs for 2 shows at Universal every day. You know, we used to do those shows.
Was
that one show you do at the amusement park, and we did that show. 1,000 people come in, and then an hour later you got another 1,000 people, and we just did that over and over and over.
Do you remember Studio K, not Sperry Farm?
Yes.
And Minneapolis, they had it at Disneyland.
When I took my kids there, because
you were already
we were on another.
Well, shit, that was 8th grade. I was like, that was in 87, 88 is when I used to go to Studio K.
I was on records, bro. It was the end of K-Day ended at 89. It was a wrap. So 87, 88, we were trying to do production, and we were on a whole other trip, and we were doing clubs. We had like the clubs every weekend.
So did you do mixtapes? Like
all day.
Battlecat did mixtapes.
I did
Tony A
mixtapes.
did mixtapes.
Oh,
Dre
yeah, of
did
course.
mixtape. You had your own at Rhodium or everywhere?
No, at my store. I wouldn't.
You had a record store called
I did them
Spin
at
It.
Rhodium before Tony, because of Steve was a friend of mine, and Unknown DJ is the producer that taught me how to make beats on electronic music. DJ Unknown.
Yeah.
You know, 808 beats and, you know, brum, 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 let's jam and all that shit with the clientele. You know, that dude was one of the kings of the West Coast. So he taught me.
Who had that pump that bass? Boom. Do you remember that shit?
Hell yeah.
I believe it was, what was
fucking
it, Concept
beat.
or something? Original
Pump
Concept.
That
you know,
used to slap
like
in the
that.
fucking...
But he taught me how to make beats. So he showed up at the radio channel, one of my clubs one time, brought me the record, became friends. He knew I was a percussionist, asked me to come and play percussions on the drum machine, you know, on the DMX.
Yeah.
To play percussions on records that he was producing
Tight.
at that time. And then I was like really intrigued by, man, I want to do this one day, but I'm building a new studio. So he showed me how to build a studio and how to work with MIDI at that time and what it meant, how it worked. We went to the only stores in Ventura that you could buy that gear. And he bought me my first Max 6 track. I wish I had today. It was like $6,000 for that little keyboard. I paid $400 for it back then.
Damn.
Tony, what year did you have Spin It Records? Your store.
88, 89, I believe.
So had you started producing, or was it right around that
No,
time?
yeah, I had been producing already. But, you know, with Frost, of course, K-Born was one of my rappers at that time. And Frost, because we were trying to get beats. And Frost already had a record.
Right.
He had 2 records. With
Rough
David
Cut and
Stores.
Terminator.
Yeah, he already had 2 records. So,
Yeah.
you know, I was trying to get to.
So
that
Bobcat went on. He was doing his production thing. Who else was it from the Mix Masters that went on to do music?
point. M-Walk, of course.
M-Walk with Tone Loc. M-Walk was Tone Loc's
yeah.
DJ. Wild Thing. Funky
yeah, of
Como
course.
Medina.
Yeah, for till
Oh,
right
that's
now
wrong.
still. So
Yeah.
every day. I mean, how many years is that?
Yeah, yeah. And then, of course, Ralph M., but he was later with Funk Dubious, right?
He created Funk Dubious. And
What's up, Ralph?
Julio, of course, to produce everything with me. And then Julio went out to the beat. Romeo, Master Rhyme.
Romeo was one of our producers. Yeah, DJ Romeo.
And DJ Aladdin.
Jammin' James.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, James came and tried out K-Day for the Mix Masters.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Because there was another Jammin' Gemini, I think. Or
Jammin' Gemini was the first DJ with me on K-Day.
2 different Jammins.
Right. Gemini was a DJ that became a mix master at the same time as me. Me
Got
and
it.
him were the 2 DJs. Dre was supposed to be the mix master with us. He did one mix and never came back. So then Wrecking Crew bought their own time, and then they had their own little show. It was a Wrecking Crew show. And
But
they
you were doing live mixes.
right. They were pre-recording everything.
Dr. Dre was doing 4-track
Everybody.
mixes because that's what
Well,
he was doing for the
Yella was
Rhodium.
mainly Yella and Dre. They were, going back and forth, whatever they were doing. But I didn't do 4. I would never do that. I didn't do 4 tracks till later on. Mixing like Jimi Hendrix records with KRS-One, that kind of shit.
Is it true that you never really liked to go to parties and DJ? You just stayed at home. You kept to yourself. You came out of
Well, I had the clubs. If I had a club, yeah, I did the club. I had a big sound system, so I would do
Yeah.
the clubs. And the concerts, big hip hop concerts.
when you mentioned you were touring on the East Coast while Who was it? I think the Baker Boys. Shout out to Baker Boys. You wearing this?
See
You
the
wearing
hat.
their hat
I'm wearing
today?
the hat.
Repping.
You were touring. Was that with Frost while they were holding it down for you?
No, I was on tour with Young MC at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're Young MC's
1990,
DJ.
89, I was Young MC's DJ at that time. I was going to be Tone Loc's DJ, but he smoked too much weed. And I said, no, I would not go on tour in a bus.
Hot box.
Just hot box.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now with this motherfucker.
I would not do it on a bus. I was like, no.
Contact.
And they were like, man, but you got it. He's the hottest shit. You could kill it with him, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, got him booked the gig.
Yeah.
And then what got that gig? I got Julio's gig with Gerardo.
Yeah.
Suave.
Rico Suave.
And then he went all over the world because, Gerardo's records were.
You toured. You were his DJ. Gerardo.
No, Julio.
Julio was okay.
Yeah. And then Mello's DJ because Julio's the one that brought me Mello. And, Mello, Gerardo, those records, Frost. Frost was the first rapper to rap a concert in Europe. That was the first rapper to rap in Europe.
Crazy.
That's tight.
A festival.
In fact,
'Cause they had festivals way before we even thought about doing something like
You
that.
were with Frost in Europe?
No.
Julio
ALT.
was. Oh,
ALT and Rafen became his DJ for that.
okay, because I remember when we first were working on our demo, like in
Rafael.
'89, they were in London, and we
Right.
got a postcard from Frost.
Right.
This is before we met him.
Right.
And he sent it, and he said, "Yo, man, this Frost, keep doing, good luck to you guys with the
It's
whoop."
the first time
And
Latinos,
it was over there.
period, rapping, and then being rapper, period, in Europe, touring all of Europe.
Damn, that's crazy.
All of Europe. And then, Frost was the king of Bud at that time. And then, going from country to country in that train, and then the dogs attacking him and all that shit. And then, hey, Frost is caught up in Germany right now and they're going to beat his ass and he's got weed on him.
Was La Raza out there or no? This was
Yeah, we had just put it out.
Wow.
And that record just blew up that big.
Worldwide.
Now let's talk about that record because
Worldwide.
you
16 million.
were the reason
Oh,
why
we
that
off of
record.
that.
Frost didn't even want to
I
do
hear
that
a lot
fucking
of, I hear a
record.
lot of talking about everybody's the biggest. You
Hey,
took
we
it to
did
the
a beer.
biggest.
How much you make?
Oh,
What'd you say? 60 million?
we chopped up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, all the producers for that record,
Oh shit.
and it's still, we still get.
Stop being humble with Tony G. Tony G's the reason why La Raza came out. He created the idea for Frost. Frost didn't want to do it, correct?
Right. Did that.
I just had to get that out.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm sitting in front of
No,
a
he
fucking
didn't want to
legend.
do
Yeah,
it.
no.
Of course
Fact.
not.
So it goes back to Chicano rap. Like,
Yeah. He learned what production was then. When he learned that.
Mellow Man Ace, Mentirosa. Whose idea was that?
Well, he had a bunch of lyrics, one long ass verse, like from here to the freeway, and I had to explain to him
What
to-
bars were, verses.
But it wasn't even that, so I had to hear him spit that and say, "Okay, right there, let's stop there." And then that's why we have 4 verses on that song,
Oh, I didn't realize there were
because I had to
verses.
chop that up because it was one long ass motherfucking verse, and there was no hook. So I made the hook with the turntables. Ain't got no digga baby. Digga. So I did that with records. I didn't have a sampler.
I don't want to call it an oldie beat, but it's kind of in that genre. That was
Yeah.
that your first one you ever produced, and then came Kid Frost, with El Chicano, or were you doing already like? Because you brought those records. You said somebody brought you El Chicano record for Frost's record, correct?
Yes,
And
that was
then-
my buddy Sean.
Who brought you Mentirosa?
Oh no, come on, Santana, bro. Who the fuck don't know Santana?
Right.
And that was a record I grew up on when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah,
So
yeah, I'm just asking.
that's a big record, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So nobody was doing that, and I always wanted to do that, but I couldn't get nobody to do that. So I was trying to produce Cypress at that time. Muggs was still young, and he was doing his beats, but I was trying to do like heavy metal with them and doing Kiss and Zeppelin, what the Beastie Boys are. Okay,
Yeah.
I was trying to do that with Cypress at that time, and that's how they got that little grungy feel.
Yeah, yeah.
And Muggs is a beast on it, bro. I mean, straight up, he just had that knowledge also of that music because we grew up in that era.
He's from New
on
York,
that
right?
music.
Muggs.
Yeah, he's from New York.
So kind of developed that sound. Then he went to 783.
Well, he was with Julio for a while. Julio put him on game on the 1200, and he was breaking with Julio. He was in breaking crew with him. So they were friends before that. So all them guys, they grew up in that little area, Southgate. So Julio's the one that brought me Mello. From Mello, Sen was opening, was MC hype man for Mello.
Right.
They were a group, and then Be Real and Sen were hyping up Mello. They were Mello's hype man. Then they became Frost's hype man because Mello went on tour doing other shit. you know how that is. Artists got, he's going to do this shit, and they're trying to do their thing.
Yeah.
Then Frost becomes the dude, and Frost was a blazer, and they hooked up with the right guy. Frost had the bomb weed at that time,
Did Candyman's Knocking Boots come out after or before
Yeah, after
Mentirosa?
that. I already had my record store and all that after that, I believe. Yeah, just after that.
So it just happened that Candyman dropped another oldie after Mentirosa, which was
we set that tone with that LA style. You know what I'm saying? With that LA style. New York was always
You're like the
sampling, but New
originator
York was
of
more
fucking everything.
intricate,
See that
Yeah, started the
Bro,
shit.
I'm telling you.
Started the
New
wave,
York
dog.
was using more of the funk and the disco feel, the
Right.
club feel. We had more of the LA kind of vibe, the lowrider type beat. You know what I'm saying?
vibe.
How did you know that a record like La Raza or like Mentirosa was gonna work, or you just said fuck it, let's just try it and see if
It's
it
just the
sticks?
concept itself. I mean, it's El Chicano. Frost was Chicano. Hey, let's do this.
And you told him you got to do this for your people.
But you have to, because how can you come out and try to compete in a field that's already dominated by a whole other culture? You know what I'm saying? So how do
know
you
exactly
introduce your
what you're
culture by saying, we can do what you do, but we're going to do it with our culture and how we do it. We're going to show you how we do it. And that's why it worked. You know what I'm saying? It was all love with people. Frost did shows with everybody, bro.
Yeah.
All over
Wasn't he
the
rapping
world.
over like Planet Rock beats and like he was more
Well,
like electro?
everybody did.
Electro
Everybody
beat.
did.
That was the style. then.
Everybody did. And I was like, nah, you can't do that. And he's like, this is too slow for me. I'm like, well, I ain't going to produce no records for you, bro, if you don't rap on this. So, and I just had the sample, I didn't have the sample. I bought the SB 1200 the day before I went to go make La Raza. I had those records. I would do them with records on cassettes, back and forth with the turntables. I would make records like that. So I would make a break beat first on the 4-track, put the beat, remember where all the stops were, throw another beat for the hook, and then I would play whatever I want to sample, take the EQ off, and blend that in, and so on and so on. That's Mentirosa's now samples. That's me playing the record back and forth, the instrumental all the way through.
Yo, we got to take a pause real quick, man. Shout outs. We are broadcasting live right here from Bubba's Tacos, man. Tony G, legendary producer, dropping gems on us, as I already know he was going to, man. We got more of those coming right now. We want to do those. Hit this next sponsor, though, real quick. Crystal, let's get it, Creamy Mommy.
Also, can we get Tony G a refill over here?
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. We need my boy refill.
Here it is. So shout out to Mija and Sweetie for being one of our sponsors today. Mija and Sweetie is an eyelash company bringing you top-tier quality lashes for a superstar look. Family owned and operated. They create lashes with a meaning and purpose. So be sure to follow them on Instagram at Mija and Sweetie. Also, they have a website, which we will link below for you guys to visit.
Yo, and they got the Ramesita fucking eyelashes.
Oh, yeah, I saw those.
They're Rams? Oh, shit. I don't wear eyelashes, but I'll give them to him. Danny,
Shit.
Halloween.
I told you to keep it on the low key.
He's
man.
gonna wear him for Monday on Valentine's
Nah,
Day.
it's pretty dope, though. It's pretty dope. I'm looking at them right now. Ramencita.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting the podcast and the platform. Bubba, how we doing, bro?
Another day in paradise, baby.
Did you
Another
empty
day
that
in
bottle already?
paradise.
No, it's all water.
That's what's up, man. Hey, did you eat already, Tony?
I'm good.
Okay,
Thank
okay,
you
okay.
very much.
Well, we want some
right.
of those wings, man. I'll eat whatever he's not. So you got double, man. The wings are fire. The steak here at Bubba Tacos.
The wings sound great.
They don't have
Whatever.
masala. They have the steak, but the steak
Anything
is
Bubba makes, we'll eat, bro.
excellent. That's famous, Bubba.
The fucking famous.
The fucking famous Bubba's Tacos.
Yes, sir.
We'll get them on
And
here. in
if
a
you
few
don't know,
minutes.
fuck you, right, Bubba?
That's it.
I appreciate it.
That's right.
Hell yeah, man. One last thing on La Raza, bro. Who was it where they thought it was La Rosa?
Oh, Maury.
Maury Alexander.
Maury Alexander. Yeah.
And this was the first time you're introducing Latinos doing rap to it.
Well, no, he just had the cassette, bro. I gave him the cassette because, they were managing the Dream Team. My little cousin was in the Dream Team,
Okay. Your little cousin was in the Dream Team.
Yeah, Lisa. Yes, we're here. The Dream Team is
That was
here.
her on. She was in the Rockberry voice too, was she?
Yeah. Well, for the live shows and all that. The voice was actually a girl from their group.
Okay.
Originally, then she became the girl doing the tours and
Dream
dancing.
Team is here.
Yeah. She passed away. Rest in peace, Lisa.
R.I.P. Oh, shit.
So they were Jerry Heller and Maury were managing the Dream Team at that time.
Right.
So Jerry was always coming to K-Day, bringing records, and those records, those McCullough records,
Yeah.
and more. You know, them dudes trying to get you the record and
Yeah.
whatever you got to do. You know, we got you, baby, and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I gave Maury a cassette. And Maury took the cassette and he calls me, hey, man, can you be at Motown tomorrow? Yeah, 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock, one of those. Yeah, okay, sure, yeah. Man, that Viva La Rosa song is just incredible.
Viva La
Okay.
Rosa.
So I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. So I got on my motorcycle, bro, and drove to Hollywood. Went to Motown, parked outside, went in the bar, sat down, I don't drink, ordered a soda, waited for homeboy, came out.
Yeah.
Because that's how that went down. All the managers hung out at all the record company restaurants and bars.
Just chilled right
So
there.
the record companies were upstairs and they hung out at those bars, bought drinks, they did their little setup there.
Yeah.
This is my table. It was gangster shit.
Yeah, little casino, little
and they
Goodfellas
were-
vibe,
These dudes
yeah.
over there, these dudes were over here, and go sit with homeboy. And yeah, man, that Viva La Rosa. So, hey, when do we eat Rosa? And I was like, what the fuck is Rosa, bro? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Shit.
Viva La Rosa. I go, no, bro, Viva La Raza.
Yeah.
It means race.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
No clue. It's almost like when we signed Ladder Show.
Nobody had a clue.
Yeah.
Not even the record companies, none of the A&R guys. They were completely clueless of hip-hop in total.
Just hip hop, period. Now you're introducing them to Chicanos
this
doing
was
hip hop.
This was like some weird shit to them.
Yeah.
But they knew that it was a growing population.
Yeah.
And it was a stronghold. You know what I'm saying? It was a
Right.
stronghold in L.A., so they got to figure something out with somebody. You know?
Did the record execs know at that time how much influence the Chicano Mexican culture
No,
had
not
on
till-
buying records?
No, not till La Raza came
Because-
out. Not till La Raza came out. Then they were like, wow. When they saw the video, come on, bro, we put Low Riders on
Yeah.
MTV.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Sick.
First ones to
They
do
were
it.
just like, what is this? They had no idea. Now, when New York saw that and all the rest of the country saw that in the world, wow, what is that?
Yeah. I remember
What is
watching.
it today, bro? Who doesn't want a Lolo
Yeah,
in their
everyone
video?
started jocking, huh?
Right,
Yeah.
right. I remember watching Kid Frost on Rick D's show. Remember? He had
Yeah.
the show on network, local network
Yes,
channel.
yes.
Into the Night or something like
Yep.
that it was called. And he was on there performing. I says, that's going to be us one day, man.
Yeah.
That shit was. That
Set
shit
the
was dope.
tone,
Yeah.
We set the tone for that. We tried. We got lucky we had Maury and Jerry because they had those inside plugs. These guys had been big blues and rock and roll managers, so they had the connects. They knew the people, even though the labels still were weary of what they were bringing.
Right.
I
I want to move forward to our relationship, bro. When we met, and
Yeah.
this is so we talk about all the great things that Tony has done, and it's just endless conversations. When we were introduced to your name, and Cliff Ritchie,
Right.
our manager, Ladder Shade of Brown, was like, "Yo, we're gonna have Tony G remix TJ Nights," which happened to be our first single ever. And he was like, "Yeah," I says, "Tony G, I've heard of that name." Then boom, he's like, "Mentirosa, Kid Frost, La Raza." I'm like, "Oh shit, he's gonna do
Cliff was on it.
the
He knew-
Club O
he knew it was
remix."
cracking,
So I set that tone right there, and from your words, how,
Man, I
how did that
remember
come
They
about?
sent me the cassette, and I heard the song, and I had to do a remix. I was leaving on tour that night because you used to do 4-month legs or whatever, 2 or 3-month leg, come back for a couple days or a week, and then go back out again. So he calls me and tells me, "Tony, you got this remix." And was it Russ Regan? You guys were
Yes,
at
yes,
that time?
yes.
And
yeah.
I got, of course, I got on the phone with Russ. Yeah, I got, we're gonna do this. The month we got you, we'll pay.
Right.
All that shit. So yeah, okay, Tony, don't worry about it. Please just check it out and see. Yeah, got the record. TJ, ¿dónde vamos ahí para TJ? I'm like, but come on, you can't. How could you not use that line?
Right.
You had to put
That's
that
Bobby's
line
part.
in
Donde
And we threw that in
First
there.
line, huh?
TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there. We dropped that in there, and man, got a good buzz off of it. And you guys were just bubbling.
Yeah.
You know?
And you played live percussions
Yeah,
on it.
live percussions and everything on that.
That was so dope.
I play live percussions on all the Frost, Mellow stuff. That's me playing all the vibes. They did the bells. That's me playing all that. I played all that live.
Wow.
That's sick.
Shit, dude. I remember coming through. Yeah, Tony G, man, for sure, bro. Like you,
Then
you
later on,
learned the
we used
gems.
to- Dwight the Professor, of course. Shout out to Dwight. We were lucky, bro. We just had the right. I did my record. I learned a lot from Curtis Blow. Curtis Blow was the producers for the Mixmasters album, so I learned a lot with like Mike Green, Curtis Blow. That was like a big deal with big producers with big budget, Motown.
Yeah.
So I got that experience, and so with the discipline it took, to make great records.
Now, as soon as you got into the production game, you just said bye-bye DJing?
Yeah.
Like, that was it. Didn't look back.
I do.
That was it. And then you started studying and learning and all, because you've always been an educated reader. You've read a lot, but I noticed you just learned every little thing, man. It's like,
I picked that up from Unknown
That's
DJ
dope.
because he's a scholar and he was very technical. So I learned a lot about the gear, what to look for, how to read the manuals before you would buy a gear, so you knew what you were buying. When you got it, you know how to make a beat. Bro, I wasn't until a young MC taking drum machines with me and cassettes to do the songs.
yeah.
Because sometimes we didn't have those songs. They were album cuts. So we'd have to remake the songs and play them off the drum machine on the show, bro. We didn't have
That's
like,
dope.
the means of doing it. And 4-track cassettes we were taking on tours.
I remember when we came to your spot, the G Spot Studios, man.
That's a sick ass
And
name.
Bounce Spot in Monte, California.
there it is. Let me tell you something. This was in his garage, his mom's garage.
Yeah, Mom's garage.
And this is where I remember going in for the first time. I'm trying to remember, but I just remember the visual. And I was like, wow, this is where, Kid Frost did his and Mello and I'm like,
Ice-T,
and-
Dre, Rodney King.
mom's garage.
Coogee Rap, NG, and everybody in the West Coast came there. If you want to learn how to DJ or record record, you went there, Easy, of course.
Damn, I see.
RIP, all the groups.
Yeah, Brownside.
Well, Brownside came and it just turned into, I got that from Ruthless because of Easy.
Yeah.
Easy came and was like, look, I got these dudes, but I ain't going to work with these people. Would you fuck with them?
Yeah.
Let me hear it. I was like, ooh, that's kind of deep right there.
You
Yeah.
you met a lot of people, obviously, man. So I throw a name at you. Just tell me a little, summarize their relationship or what you thought about Eazy-E.
Oh, man, we're just good friends, man. He's like my brother. He called me every day at the morning, at night, at all hours. Where you at? At the studio right now. I gave him a key to the house, bro, because he would call me so much. And my mom would call me, man, this dude's parked outside right now. 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm doing cutting her roses, and Easy would be parked in front of my house.
No shit.
So I'm like, bro, you got the key. Go inside.
Yeah.
Oh, man, your mom's is right there. I'm like, man, go inside. She don't give a fuck.
So he was kind of shy, or just more respectful.
No, he was very respectful. Very respectful. And I'm like, dude, you're sticking out like a sore thumb. You're a brother in Almani in an $85,000 car.
Right.
Go in the house, bro. Shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, come on, man. I lived right down the street, so I'd come to the house, open the door, start to work a little bit. He'd fall asleep. Pager going off.
Yeah.
Cell phone, blah, blah.
Sure.
And he'd be trying to, get away. Because no one at Ruthless knew where I lived.
Just
Okay.
him?
And none of his staff, none of his lawyers, Jerry didn't know where I lived. Nobody knew where I lived.
A little safe space.
You probably
So
didn't care.
He can go there.
Yeah. I got you.
He
Yeah.
can go there and stay away
Safe
from
space.
Because it was just phone call for money, rent, cars. Everybody had to rent a car in Ruthless, and he paid for them 15,
Kind of like after
15, 30 cars or something like that. And apartments and houses and shit. He was paying for everybody,
Toker, Brownside.
Respectful, gentleman. And he listened. Him and Danger listened. Danger listened. Danger was stubborn for the first few minutes, and then they left, came back the next time, and he did what I told him to do, and we made those songs with him rapping, and he did it. He did it.
Would you say Toker was a little bit more kind of like Easy, just kind of like always on the phone, showing up at your house at hours?
No,
at
Toker
time?
was completely business, bro. When he came to do business with us, he did business. He didn't take none of that. He wasn't, he had his shit on point. So when he came to work, it was just to do the record. Hey, the homie's rapping today. Ready? And they would be on it. And then, it would be sticky because they weren't rappers, bro.
Yeah.
These are fucking killers, bro. And they're sticky.
You better knock your shit out one verse. Suge Knight, that motherfucker.
Yeah, they were sticky. So, you would, hey, got to go back and do a little, just do a little slow piece. And then you started paying attention and you realized it's just natural. Let them tell the story naturally of what they're talking about.
Very difficult when someone's kind of over your shoulder when you're rapping. Although working with Tony G, bro, even to this day, Summer Sodi last year, man, dude, he will not let you. He's like a Latino. No, I ain't gonna say fucking put a race on it. He's just an engineer that knows what he likes, and he'll keep you there in that studio until he hears what he like. Richie Valens, that saying from La Bamba, where he's doing 30 million takes, but he's a perfectionist. I respect that.
Appreciate it.
Slow Pain.
Oh man, it's Baby OG. It's my little brother right there. Boy, we philandered so much money gambling.
It was a good old day.
We broke ballers, bro.
I see your face light up.
Ballers would leave with a tear in their eye. They couldn't do shit about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they would leave broke.
Because he used to gamble too. So y'all probably gambling buzz, right? That we talking about?
Dog, I taught him how to gamble.
You taught him how to gamble.
Told him the ropes.
What was the game? What's your game?
Well, Hold'em was my game.
Yeah.
We gamble on anything, bro. We flip quarters for a couple $1,000. You know, shooting dice. There could be a dice game in the studio for 80, 100 grand. You know, cracking.
God damn.
Right now, while you're making a record, these two other dudes, because this crew would bring their baller dude, and this dude would bring his baller dude, and they just had to go back to the car and come back because they were getting cracked, and come back with stacks and and you know,
in your studio.
In my studio, yes. I had the little wall set up in a little section with a little chalk line for the crap shit, and then we had, and then when we're done recording, we do the poker games.
Yeah.
And then we'd have those were all. You gambled with us one night.
Did I?
Damn.
You gambled with us. You made a couple runs to ATM. You don't remember?
I was gonna say I wasn't that baller running to the car getting more money, but I might have.
Hey, where's the
that was my gambling
You went to
days.
You went to 7-Eleven
You're right,
to go get.
you're right.
Where's the nearest ATM?
See, he knows,
I
he
think you
knows.
came to pick up a studio that day. Lightfoot Studio, because I had his studio in my studio stacked up against the wall, and I think you bought that studio, didn't you?
I bought some equipment. Yeah.
Was
And
that it?
It was off of you, and then I was off of.
Because I got that off Lightfoot, and you bought the Mackie because I had an extra Mackie 32.8.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, with all the patch
Yeah.
plays. Yeah, I was at my house. You came to gamble.
I got the Mackie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to go get the money because you already had paying for the studio and you got cracking on.
Damn.
I think poor Robert was in like 600 that night. In a
Hey,
few
Tony
minutes,
G,
bro.
never forget a debt.
He was in like 600 that night.
Hey, you
Few
can tell-
minutes, but he was young though, so we,
I
stall
had
him
money.
out.
I had no responsibilities. I had no
Nice.
rent. I had no fucking.
We stall
Yeah.
him out. We stalled him out.
Yeah, bro. I just got humbled
Because
real
Slope
quick.
was just so good already at
Yeah.
setting up whatever he wanted to, how you were going to lose it.
Those days. The the Behringer, Mackie off you, and then I bought all my patch bays off of Bobby Ross Avila.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, a lot of my shit was bought from the greats. And my very first MPC 60, the Roger Lynn, was from ALT. Who ALT, he had that, and that was when I did Hey DJ on. He got that from, I want to say, I could be wrong, House of Pain's DJ. Lethal.
Yeah, from Lethal. Yeah.
Bro.
I think you got the ADATs also from me because those ADATs were with that board.
That's wild.
That's right.
He's fucking right, dog.
Because I had 64 tracks in my studio. I had a
my
64 track
God.
studio
Okay.
in my
That
bedroom.
memory, though.
Forgive me,
That
dog.
that
Forgive me.
studio, I remember
You're
that.
right. You blessed me.
Yeah, you
So
had
all my
that.
Brown Royal Kingpin shit,
love from Tony
fucking
G?
Shadow,
Yeah.
Tony G's equipment right there. I bought
Damn.
off my G.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. And
We loaded it up in his car and he bought a studio.
Yeah.
Went home and
Fuck, Tony.
started making beats.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the
you
rest-
were already doing stuff probably, right?
Yeah, I started my part in like '94. We did stuff like I said, Hey DJ.
But that was your studio.
But this was like I said, you know what? I'm not gonna be broke again, so I'm gonna invest in this
You were
time
doing
in the
Capone,
studio.
you did Little Blackie and all them, right?
Yeah.
You did all that.
Well, in fact, I came to your studio and I mixed it.
Right.
The
That's
Brown
right.
Royal Kingpins
That's
album.
right. See, I can't remember that.
Touche.
I remember
So-
you coming with a record you produced for us,
Yes.
and I had this badass bass player, this jazz player, come down and do bass for you on a summer night, just one of those records.
Yeah. Summer in the City, maybe, or something.
Wow, you fucking killed it. The record was dope as fuck, but it had the electronic bass line. I said, let me get you a real bass player.
Yeah.
And I had Diane Gordon, I think.
Yes,
singing.
Diane was the singer
So
of
I
all
had
that. Yep.
Diane come and sing it for you. Me and Diane go back to way back.
Diane Gordon was like, dude,
Yeah, she sang on
countless
all our
hits,
records.
like all the '90s mid shit. Like she was, and she could change her pitch was crazy,
Yeah,
right?
she
Her
had
range.
incredible range. She was training. I mean, Christina Aguilera.
Damn.
She was training
Big names.
everybody.
Right?
She was the Diana Ross of Japan. She lived out there for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah. She would come to the studio over at my spot, and Tony G and I want to say Slow introduced me to her because obviously you had introduced her, and she sang on a lot of my
She's the one that
shit.
sang on Slow Song that I produced When he came over to my house, said he got a record deal.
Baby,
Could it be I'm
Falling in Love? Money Made.
Money Made, yeah.
Tony, produced by Tony G.
Damn, that's a lot of stars crossing paths in these stories.
You don't
He didn't want to
understand.
rap on it either. He's like, man, I can't do it. Man, just shut up and rap on the goddamn song. You can rap.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know that beat? How do you know? Dog, just rap on the fucking song.
Why is it that all these 3 artists that you made major hits, they didn't want to rap on it?
All of them that got the hits that I've made for them, they didn't want to rap on it because they're artists. They're not producers. Once an artist starts producing himself, it doesn't work, bro.
That's a reel right there on Instagram. For
Yeah.
real, because it's so true. It's like, you don't
Yeah.
see what I see. You know what I mean? Just rap your
It takes
shit.
a long time for an artist to be able to produce himself. Like, he has to have a lot of experience and been with a lot of producers.
Right.
To soak up that much game and let go of the ego
Right.
and do it. Because you're the artist, so you're
I remember when I was
You're
sitting,
living the dream that the producers made for you, and now you think you know everything. So then now you want to produce yourself with what everything you learn from everybody. Now you know everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're the ones that made you. So then you go shit on yourself, and there goes your career.
yeah, and then you come back to me to fucking
Oh yeah, 5,
fix
6
it.
years later,
Yeah.
you're back with when we working. You know, where you at?
Heard
Gotta
that.
work.
You know, that's so true. I would sit in the studios countless times at Paramount in fucking Hollywood,
yeah.
where we did a lot of the greats there. And we did the Brown and Proud Hip Hop Locals album, and I would sit there and just after I was done with my verse, Bobby would go in the back, smoke a cigarette, smoke a joint, whatever, or he'd bounce.
Yeah.
I'd stay and watch DJ Romeo, watch DJ Jam and James, get down. I'm like, what does this do? What's a mute? And
Man,
that's how you
James
do
did
that.
all that with an SB 1200, bro. Fuck. I mean, he may have gone to the S950 like Ralph M, because that was the thing to do. But come on, James did that with SB 1200.
Cutting shit up. He taught DTX how to work
Yeah,
that SB2.
yeah.
I was more of an MPC 60, but
Right.
Bobby was like that
but,
grand.
But none of us couldn't even afford an MPC 60, so the 1200 was like a big deal.
Oh, I
to get
got
that.
you.
Yeah, I paid like $1,200 for my 1200. So I got an SB 1200 before that was the SB 12. So that one before the disk drive, you lost all the memory after you sampled and did your beat. When you unplugged it, it was over. You had to recreate the beat again.
That's
That's why
crazy.
you became so good at sampling and slicing, because you had to remember every single.
And you
piece
could
of
only
it.
sample so much on an SP12 versus an MPC. It was a little longer.
Well,
I think it was like 60
The
seconds.
SP12 you can do 8 seconds, and then the SP1200 you could do 10 seconds. Then on the MPC 60 you could do 16 seconds. I think
Right.
it was. or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
That's what it was, 16.
But it was 12-bit. The SP12 was 8-bit. The SP1200 was 10-bit.
That's why you get the grimy sound, right?
Right,
The
10-bit.
dirty sound, the Cypress sound. Like,
Yeah.
like
Well, the real grimy
muddy.
sound,
Yeah,
that's where people get the misconception. Yes, you do get gritty, Robert, but the real grit is like Pistol Grip Pump, what Eric and Nick did, the Baker Boys.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So that's because you only had so much time to make that loop and then to put everything else on that disc. So you would have to speed up the records like on 45 or really, really fast.
And then you go and slow it down.
Yes, because you were sampling
So much time.
so much of the record in 2.5 seconds, right? So then you detuned it. So when you detune it, since the bit rate, what I was mentioning earlier, was so low, the mathematics has to put artifacts to fill in the mathematics, for the sound to stretch it out. So that's where you get that.
Dang.
That's what it's just that sound. Has nothing to do with the beat. It's just the sound.
Special delivery.
wow.
Special delivery. Bubba's Tacos.
Wow.
Come on, the wings, man. Get some. Big baller
baller
wings. These are big baller.
Hand those
Hey.
to Tony.
Yo,
Wow.
big
Oh my
baller.
Right here, bro. Right here, right. Look at it right here.
Thank you so much.
Go down a little bit. Go down a little bit. There it is. There's Bubba right there.
That's Bubba. Y'all remember Bubba? That's Bubba right there.
Fan favorite. Bubba.
Call us up.
See
Call
the
us
sticker? Look at
up.
this there. Look at.
You know the fucking vibe.
There he goes.
Shout outs to Bubba. Thanks for having us here, bro. Appreciate
Shouts
the
out.
hospitality, man. As always. What's up, bro?
My 3 kids, man, they're on the Snapchat, they're on the chat right there.
Your 3 kids?
Yeah.
Shouts out.
Aaliyah
Which one, Danny? This one right here.
Layla, Aaliyah, and Malik.
What's up, kids? Thanks for staying up with us. Don't do as we do.
We got Pops' wings right here.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it, man.
Shout out to Pops.
We're about to kill that. For sure, man. Thanks, Bubba. Oh, man, where were we?
We're talking about the frequency, how it's,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bit rate, you know.
There you go.
Those were the days, man, of just mixing at your crib. And then you actually did a song for us when we got to Greenside Records. I remember it was this is for the hustlers riding in the street.
I kind of remember
Oh, my
that
lady. It was, I forgot what sample it was, but it was dope. It was on the lane.
I have to go to YouTube and punch people's names up.
If you could see inside me.
And then I got to hear the beat and say, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Because I could tell how I did it. Because I can't remember them all, you know. It's a lot. So
That shit was dope.
Can
I have to
you
go
tell your
back.
own work from like,
Yes.
even though it's been like 30 years or whatever, 20 years?
Immediately.
Yeah?
I could tell, yeah.
What's
know
the
it's yours?
giveaway?
Just different. How you do something, it triggers something in your head, and then you kind of like, oh, yeah, I did that. You could remember that.
Can I just say something? One last thing for the record. On that Brown Royal Kingpins project that I did at my house, there was 2 producers, man, that really looked out for me and helped me set up that studio. One was Fingers. Shout outs to Fingers. He was out in
Incredible
Corona.
producer.
He helped me out anything I needed. And then Tony G was the one I would go to. And when I came to his studio, he said, come over to my spot. We'll mix it. I'm like, shit, I'm going to work with Let House. How much I got? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got this for rent next month. You know, I got this and that. He fucking did my whole shit and didn't charge me a dime.
Wow.
Mixed my whole album.
Stand up guy.
Because he says, this shit's dope. I
He
can't,
believed in
I
you.
can't charge you to do this. I ain't gonna charge you. He goes, just
love.
you know, and on top of that, showing me how to work. Like, you know, I had questions like, oh, how do Tony's always been an educator no matter what, and this dude is a humble dude. Like, even up to last year when we were doing Summer Sodi, like I started producing again on, you know, on some of the software, and he was breaking down, you know, melodies and showing you easier ways to do it. He's always been an educator. And dude, everybody in the super chat, blow this dude up right here, everything up, because he doesn't get his flowers, and he's getting flowers now.
Thank
you know,
you.
Padrino, homie, for real, dog.
Appreciate it, man.
And
Thank you.
I'm not the only one. I see it everywhere, bro. People always give you, and you're so humble, bro.
The chat is showing a lot of love.
So don't ever go anywhere, OG.
We're here, man. We're doing soul these days.
IMG, let's talk
We're doing
about
soul
it.
these days.
And the industry music group. Shout outs to Ruben, DJ Cazell. Let's talk about how
two
you guys
Rubes.
linked up, huh?
The 2 Rubes. The 2 Rubens.
The 2 Rubes, yeah. I didn't know which one Rube was coming. You said Rube was coming.
I said Ruben's coming.
And then I was like, well, Cazell or this or 5'9". What? How'd you hook up with IMG, brother?
Rocky Padilla needed to record a song that he was doing for Cazell. Am I right, Cazell? I just want to make sure. Yeah, we're working on something. Right.
Come over here, brother. Come over here. Grab a mic, bro.
So it started with Rocky. Rocky came through. I was chopping to my boy, say, look, I'm going to start this Sodies label and get this cracking. And he was like, yo, man, we need a dope engineer. And I was like, you know, Tony. I'm like, yeah, I know Tony. We had met with my boy, MC Bad Boy at the time, Anthony Biscotti. We came through and we started chopping it up, man. And we kept our relationship going through. And then Rocky was like, yo, let me hit him up. Just plug it up. And we happened from there. You know what I mean? Came to the studio and we started rocking and started making things happen.
And Cazell did it right. He broke bread right from the gizzate.
Yeah.
He was like, look, what is this going to cost? Because, you know, it was
Right.
production.
Well, look who he's getting.
So, no, I mean, you know, I was doing it more for Rocky because I hadn't done any business with Cazell. And I didn't know Cazell was going that deep into the band thing. And it was an intricate, you know, he's real musicians, bro. He's
Sure.
bringing in there.
Right.
And Rocky's dope. So Rocky, you know, he knocks shit out like nothing.
What's up, Rocky Padilla?
We did that. We got introduced to that and then mixed and mastered it. And I didn't hear from them again. I didn't hear nothing. And then a phone call or something, I think Ruben called me when, So
So I hit you up. So I got that number again. It was through Rocky because we were working on the project.
Yeah.
And then, then we did that. We finished that off, and that's how I hit you up again after we did that. I said, look, I'm taking this Sodies a little more serious.
Come around here, bro.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Come over here to
Get your
this
cameras,
mic,
bro.
man.
Then you.
No, you sit right there.
We got room.
Come over here. Yeah.
There we go.
You don't have to. You know.
I start beatboxing it real quick.
Right here, bro. That's you right there.
Cool. So yeah, so we started working, and then Rocky, I hit up Rocky again and said, yo, I wanted to do some more stuff. I wanted to get this whole Soldies thing on cracking. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, man, hit up Tony. We just happened to do a project with another artist at that time, kind of like testing the waters. Remember when we went over to the studio? We did that, and Tony was like, all right, man, well, let's have a meeting. Came through, we chopped it up. I showed him what I wanted to do, my vision, and he said, all right, this is what you need to get. You need to do this, and you get this, and you do this, and you do that. I'm like, all right, cool. So I already knew, man. He was like,
you had the studio already.
Yeah, I already had the spot. I was actually doing a podcast like this too. Starting off, it was called Icon Radio.
Because they're always ahead of his time, baby.
Yeah, bro, I'm just fine, you know what I'm saying?
That's how I met you. You invited me to
Anthony. Yeah, so it started off with that. Went out to Rock and all through. So actually, we interviewed you. Remember? Right. Yeah, that's right. You came down too. So, anyways, it started off that way. So I needed to do something, man. I needed to do some of the studio. During that time, it was COVID. I had just barely came back from tour.
Yeah, COVID hit. Right.
Yep. And I'm like, man, I got to start getting things going. And that's how it all worked out. I hit him up, and he's like, okay. So I was already doing concerts too, you know, like a lot of the oldie stuff. But there's a lot of young cats, dude, that were doing this whole new sound. You know, you had like Trish Toledo, Joey Quinones. And I just happened to connect at the right time to be able to do something, you know? Yeah. And I told him, man, you know what? I want to get this popping. Talked to my buddy again, Rocky. And that's when he told me about Mariah. And Mariah was actually my backup singer. So that's when I had something, and I kind of presented.
Rocky presented Mariah to you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Rocky presented because she was actually doing backups for Rocky. Like, you know, a lot of the shows that he would do, the concerts.
Shout out to Mariah Avila.
Yep. Shout out.
Yep.
And yeah, that's how it all started. So Rocky's like, bro, you got to listen to Mariah. Went in, did that. I'm like, man, she's dope. You know what I mean? I knew I had something, but I had to get the right team and people to work around it. And that's how it all kind of connected with Tony.
But you know what? There's something else. I think I text you like, hey, bro, you should just do your own thing. I didn't know he had all that going on record label. Maybe you come up with a name or something. And he texts me, Industry Music Group. Yep. And I was like, oh, shit, this dude. It's like he was reading my mind. You know what I'm saying? It was a trip. And I'm like, man, and you should fuck with this dude and this dude. Yeah, that's what I got. And I was like, wow. You know what I mean? It was just a trip. You know,
it all just connected.
I wasn't knowledgeable enough about that scene. I just knew about the Sinceres because I saw one of those recording things with Joy. Then I started getting hip and watching it like, damn, this is dope.
Yeah, whole new movement.
Latino's killing it right now.
Yes.
I didn't know he had that whole little thing cooking already.
First take on it.
He had the kitchen just, I had no idea. He had all that going already, you know?
Yeah. When you think of, let me tell you, when you think of Soldies.
Yes.
Cazelle.
DJ Cazelle, bro.
Thank you, bro.
That's all I need to say.
Yeah, we just brought him through, and he's like, all right, let's check out your spot. Right away. Okay, I'm sorry.
There you go. No,
so right away, brought him through, went to the spot, and he just walked the whole property. All right, man, you need this. You got to do this. That needs to be soundproof. You need to get this system, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he knows.
So he was really testing me. He was like, all right, man, let's see how this
because everybody says that to you. Tell them what they need, and then you don't hear from them.
Yeah, so
again.
So he was checking to see how serious this cat is. Like, oh, man, I'm
right. I got you.
I'm like, no, man, I'm over there with a pen and paper, writing things down, you know, jotting in. I'm like, all right, no, I'm serious. We're going to do this. And, you know, I'll show him the vision. So, man, the next day, right, I call you, man, I'm right here buying this and buying that. Do I get this, get that? All right, cool. Then he came down a couple of days later, and everything was already up. So he just had to come and connect the system.
Yeah, he had it a couple of days later. It was all up. And then I said, nah, this room should be for this, and this room should be for that. And you need a wall and a sliding door here.
Yeah.
And then I really put him on the spot there. I went home, and then at
so you put more on his plate.
Well, yeah, because he laced it all out.
Let me see.
So where the computer was, where we were mixing and mastering, that was his drum room. He had the drums all set up real nice in there.
Yeah.
And then the other little room, we're going to be recording in there. And I was like, nah, we can't do that. Yeah. We need this room right here. And I got to be, he's like, for sure? So, yeah, bro. And okay, boom, boom, daps. He looked at me like, I jammed. 9 a.m. Yo, I'm at Home Depot. Is this the door? And he sent me a picture. Yeah. A couple hours later, look, it's up. Done deal. Wow. When you gonna come see it?
You built most of that shit yourself aesthetically, though, right?
Yeah, we had my boy
in days, bro. He did that shit in days. He had it all. Everything I told him to do.
Julian,
he had it in days.
Wow.
And a computer. I mean, I gave him choices. I gave him the super big league computer. He was like, "Well, yeah, well, that one, but let's get a bomb one." So he came out with a badass computer. You know, I had him. I shot him. But what did I shoot you? A $60,000 custom Mac to really record.
Custom Mac.
And he was just like, I
All the
don't know,
programs
Tone.
and everything ready
And he was
to
like,
go,
fuck
man.
it. So he had his shit and he laced up a badass.
Wait.
computer.
Most producers sell like fucking like kits or packs of. You're selling computers filled with shit. Is that what you're saying?
No, the computer itself.
Oh,
the
the computer
power
itself.
of the computer to do what we want to do with the
Oh, okay.
bands.
I thought it was loaded with shit. Like,
No, yeah, loaded. Yeah, I got libraries
Yeah,
for
hell yeah,
days, bro.
yeah.
We can go to my library now, and summer will be here. But I'm saying the computer itself
right.
to do, and this type of sound cards and stuff. So he had to order that.
I remember
stuff.
you showing me that when I went over, and you were like, "Yeah, Tony," and this has fucking everything, and
Yeah,
Because you
double
have to have
digit
a
of
certain
everything.
sound. So what
Yeah.
we're trying to do is keep that authentic sound. And he would say, well, look, you can do analog. You go back doing the whole real type thing. And if you want to do it this, because if doing analog, you have to buy all a bunch of equipment, a bunch of stuff.
Right.
He's like, bro, you got to get this, you got to get that. Trust me, is to do the same exact thing, the sound will be the quality.
Yeah.
So if you hear a lot of the IMG music, there's a lot of stuff that we release, man, it has that old 60 authentic sound. And that's what we like to keep it. You know, and with this whole Souldies brand and genre that we're starting, that's
Yeah.
the sound that we want to establish and keep moving. So in order to do that, obviously you have to have the right materials and the right things to do it. And
Yeah,
that's
those
pretty
plugins
much
ain't
how you
cheap,
look at it.
bro.
no, that's what I was told.
Ain't
Yeah.
cheap at all.
Yeah, so we made that
They
happen,
hit you.
man.
Hell
It's
yeah.
They add up.
crazy.
Y'all
Especially
scooping
when
this
you hook
game
it
up?
with live equipment, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
This mic, these chords, this snake, and then I wired it up, and I told him another sound card. So we're digitally running 16 analog.
Right.
We're running to record 16 tracks at one time, so we do the whole band, one shot in there.
Wow.
So out of IMG Studios now, who has come out of that studio as far as artists?
We've had Color Me Bad, you're one of them, Mariah Avila, Johnny David, and actually new artists coming up, Hernando Resendez, Michaela Rivera. Like, these are names that I'm dropping out that's going to be doing some things. And I've had a lot of people visit. You know, there's stuff that people I'm working with, but, you know, I had the Intruders there. We had Tempre's there. Like, you know, we
Ron
had
Pryor, that was my first.
Ron Pryor, you know,
Production
the
that I
Young
did with him
Hearts, we
there.
worked with him too. So I brought a lot of legends out. You know what I mean? We had some of the Junior Walker's family come in. We had a meeting with them, talk to them. So we're working with a lot of different
Oh,
cats.
Invisible Man's Band,
Oh yeah.
All Night Thing. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, man. So we had a lot of legends come in too. You know what I mean? Just to kind of pick the brain, just get some more
Napoleon
information and work around it. Because a lot of these cats man have music that never been released, but they just need
I
the
got a
right
session
guidance.
tomorrow with Napoleon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, tomorrow. I just remembered that.
Oh yeah, our brother Napoleon Demps. That's right. My brother's coming out too, so we'll be doing a music video with him and some. things
Napoleon,
that we got
what is he from a group or?
So he's an artist out of Flint.
Okay.
Dope brother, man. He does
And it's all part of the Souldies movement.
yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are definitely. You could also Google him, check out some of the stuff, man. Really good.
That sound is just so powerful right now, man. I love it. Just bumping that. You know, we'll bump the old school oldies, you know, from the '60s, and then we'll bump into the
It's a vibe.
Mariahs,
It's a vibe, bro.
the
Yeah,
Joey
definitely.
Quinones, the
Oh, yeah, I
Mayor
know Joey, man.
Hawthorns and shit, man. Sinceres, yeah.
Joey Quinones is the man, you know, and the Sinceres, all them. See, it's cool because it's a big platform that's out there, man, and just missing. And that's what Industry Music Group, you know what I mean? Just music that this industry was missing, and we just had to establish it and make it happen. That's what we're doing, you know, just keep working and just making it what it is now, you know?
That's what's up.
Mariah's a beast, bro. I mean, you know, when she came to work with me, and because y'all wanted me to work with her, it was like she's looking at me like a hip hop dude. She came in, well, you know, I want to do this, and I was like,
Yeah.
nah, you gotta do this. Are you sure? I do this, and she was, you know, she was kind of a little stubborn at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then when she heard the outcome, she was like, damn, that was pretty tight. Next
So
time.
you remember when I was telling y'all about how Tony loves to keep you in there, and because he knows a certain sound he's looking for, and you can pissed off, you know, as much as you want, man. But when the final version is done, you know, you got
yeah, but
yourself
you
a
could
hit
deliver.
record.
The artist could deliver. When the artist could deliver, and you know the artist can deliver,
You bring the best out of them.
of course, because you're hearing something they don't hear. They're busy delivering and doing their work. You know, so when you hear something, no, you could do this like this. Try this, you know, or you already. It's just it's something, bro.
Yeah.
That happens, you know. And if the artist listens to the producer, trust it's gonna go good for you.
Which records of Mariah have you produced?
Well, all the vocals on all the songs that she's done.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
say like a big majority of it.
Yeah.
No, Joey Quinones helped out. He was a big enforcer that helped us start it out. And then Tony came in and just, Tony likes
Well, Joey recorded a lot of that stuff too, and he's a great music man. Joey's he's on another level, you know.
Yeah.
But having an artist like Mariah, Johnny. Those are real musicians, that actually play. Hernando Resendez, that's about to come. Napoleon, these are seasoned singers and musicians, bro, that play multiple instruments and stuff. Mariah, I saw her singing with bands before. Dope. That was cool doing that. But when you're in the studio, you hear all that flat, off,
Right. Dry.
Big
no
no,
reverb.
Big no. We
Yeah.
can't do that. We got to work on that. Let's get that out. She delivered it right away.
That's what's up.
So when
We
they
get
feel
jammed.
comfortable with the producer, they know that you're telling them something. They dig that shit out of their gut and they make it happen.
I was gonna say, is it like taking them out of their comfort zone?
Yeah,
That
absolutely. You have to.
yeah.
You have to. You got to frustrate them. But once they trust you, they're not frustrated no more.
True. Yeah.
They know what you zone. And once you look at them and just tell them, hey, well, I like that one. Hey, what do you mean you like that one? Who's making the records?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's so important because a lot of artists nowadays, especially a lot of rappers, will just get in and, do a verse and think, okay, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah.
But then it also falls back on the engineers.
Absolutely.
Either they give a fuck or they don't give a fuck.
Right.
Because especially if they're producing, they should give a even if they're engineering. Like
Right.
you got somebody on there who has
beat
could be their
maker-
first record.
Yeah.
And if you're not coaching them, like
Yeah.
A beat maker, a writer is not a producer. People write songs. You make beats, you're not a producer. You're a beat maker. Until you produce hit records, you're not a producer. A writer is just a writer.
Can I
You make
get a-
beats. That's it, dog. Anybody can make a
That's
beat.
deep,
Anybody
bro.
can rap.
True.
Yeah.
Anybody can rap. You're a rapper. You don't know you're not. You just rap.
yeah.
You're not a rapper till you make a record.
Right.
And people say, damn, this record. If 5 people say, yo, that's dope, you're a rapper. You're good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
True.
Beat makers are beat makers. Producers are something else. Today, you have the technology and they watch YouTubes and, you just do this and this. There's so much more to it to make those other records
Yeah.
that it takes a second. So everybody's a genius, but where's your hit records?
Yeah. I used to say the
Show
same
me.
shit about rappers. Like, where's your contract? Like, I was only 18, bro. I had my contract. I had to fucking floss a little, fresh out of high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, motherfucker, beat ODM in the cipher. But
Everybody's this
Where's your
shit.
contract?
Where's your
That was
gold
my
and your
go-to
platinums?
flow. Like, I'm on that.
We got them stacked
Bitch,
up in closets.
Where's your contract? Like, that was the shit. If you had a record contract,
Couldn't tell me
you
next.
can't tell me shit.
Yeah.
I'm on MTV. You're rapping at Backyard Party still. I'm sorry. I did that already last year.
So it comes
But
to
that was
who's the
the
king of
ego.
Chicano rap. So when you saw Lil G on the Hood Stocks podcast,
Okay,
which
here we
was
go.
dope,
Yes,
you
let's
see
go.
them, and what did he say?
Let's go.
He was trolling everybody.
Let's go.
Because I know Little G personally because he comes from our studio,
Yes.
the Hennessy Lounge
Yes.
in East LA, where I got his folks to come to that studio because he was over at Warren G studio recording, and he was with Bam. Joffrey was doing some hooks for him because Little G was just working, bro, out there. And I was like, I know you're paying a lot of money for the studio. I got one right here in the hood if we can make it sound.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, fuck that. Because he didn't know me like that.
This was the beginning of his movement or his
No,
career?
we made his movement. We played this record on the radio, bro. Our circle was the first ones to play his record, make it or, make it or break it.
Letter to Dr. Dre? Or after that? You talking about King Little G?
Yeah, King Little G.
He had that Letter to Dr. Dre song. You didn't produce it.
Julio broke
That was
that.
dope. That was
Julio
Yeah,
broke that.
but that was his his
the one that got
introduction.
Well, he had already been
That got a
recording.
lot
but
of La
he
Raza's
already
attention.
had a gang of records, bro. The dude was working.
Right.
Heavy. I happened to be at the studio with him and his label were my friends. His label, hey Tone, come to the studio, check this out. We got this artist, blah blah blah. Cool, go down there, check it out. Yeah, and I'm like, damn, you paying? And then the computer goes out. I think, hey man, you here paying all this money? The computer goes out. My shit will never go out. I got a studio right here. No, man.
He didn't know who you were? He didn't fuck with you?
No, he knew. I mean,
He was loyal.
it was one of those nights where everybody was just on another one, and he
Yeah.
left with "fuck you." He went there with me, so cool. We left it like that. Came to the studio, check it out. He never left, and he shot his videos there too,
No shit.
because he's a G, bro. He is what people say he is, and is what he is, and how he makes all that shit work, and how he thinks his stuff out. He comes prepared, and he did those first records at the Henny, bro, at the Henny Lounge.
Did not know that.
And those videos. You know, that's his second home. He just, bro, I was testing the studio for the first time. He walks into the door. What are you doing? I haven't seen you, Tony G. Boom, 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 give me that was only a couple of weeks ago, I think. You know, we don't do the pictures and, you know, we're here.
Yeah.
It don't work that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's his home. And that's where he got his vibe. So my boys were on the radio at the 99.1 at that time. I believe it was 99.1. They were having those make it or break it type.
That was me. I interviewed G when I was at 99.1. He
Yeah,
came down, but it wasn't for
I think it was with
99.1.
Dano and Jay Valentino, a little show that they had, a little couple hours that they had.
Yeah.
And then they played his record, and it was cool. When Julio gets back on the radio,
Yeah.
he plays the song. It goes to a whole other level. So it's a whole different. Our circle goes back. He's an artist, and he's an artist that was with friends of mine, good friends of mine, that would come and kick it at my studio when they were done doing whatever they were doing, and just come hang out and vibe.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things. Come check out my artist. Cool. On King Little G, went to the studio, dope ass studio. Everything was just, you know, Hollywood shit. I'm like, I know they paying a lot. You don't have to do that. Come over here, bro. He tried it. He never left. I mean, he's been to other places later on,
Yeah.
of course. But that very beginning of him becoming the King Little G that everybody knows,
Yeah.
that came out of there. Ask him.
I just think that
Ask him.
it's a vibe. If you vibe with some people, you know
Felt
what I mean?
comfortable because he felt at home and he felt the real thing because he has heart.
Right.
He has heart and he has love and he feels authenticity. He's not a chump like that.
But going back to you, though, bro, you're not going to just let somebody in there and just do their shit and leave without you at least educating or
I didn't have to. He was
caring
working with,
about
He was
session.
working with my boy Kiki. Kiki was recording all that.
So you weren't even...
Already, Kiki's been to school with me from day one. So, done, send it to me. Mix it, tone, mix it, send it back. Master it, boom, send it back. Because they were doing their thing. Like I said, they had their vibe. You know, one thing is recording and doing work. After that, I don't need to be kicking it. I don't kick it. There's nothing to kick, bro.
Yeah.
That's just not me.
That's what's up.
So what do you think about the Hood Stocks interview? Obviously, you watched
dope.
it.
No, it was dope. And, you know, he worked it. I love Lucky, dog. That dude is hilarious.
Yeah, Lucky. Shout out to Lucky.
Fucking
Jew
hilarious.
Hefner, what's up, man?
He's
Shout out
hilarious.
Primo.
Yeah,
He works it. He
He's been
works
doing.
it.
Yeah, he's
But
straight
Little
hood.
G really was trolling. And tell me he didn't wake up. Tell me he didn't wake up the whole little circle of the Chicano rap thing. Everybody just wanted to freestyle and battle and you know, it's a good thing for hip hop. It's a good thing for rappers to say, "Oh, this is dope. Let me show you our shit." Bro, I got like 20 DMs with records.
Yeah. I thought that he was there for solely just to get his word out, get it off his chest about all the negativity, you know, obviously from the feedback, because a lot of people were thrown off when he made those statements about Little Rob and this and that. But fast forwarding now, seeing that was a great hip hop
Now
move.
you know what happened.
Right.
Strategic.
Now you know
that
what
was called
happened.
strategic. Those are motherfuckers that think about shit ahead of the time, ahead of the game.
Why do you think he can live where he lives and drives what he drives?
Yeah.
Dude was driving around in the car. His producer had the keyboard in the back window, bro. In the back, you know, a little far before your window.
Yeah.
Your back car. His producer had the keyboard back there falling, and
Yeah.
he was just driving around trying to, you know, with his people.
What'd y'all think about the interview, man? Y'all see it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
today's world interview.
It's
how we
today's.
interview is not
Yeah.
what that interview was in that podcast. Even like Lucky shit, it's today's. It's
Yeah.
a different era, different people that
I love Lucky,
they
man.
have their vibe.
Poor dude
You know
couldn't
what
even
I'm
get a
saying?
word in. Like,
No.
dude, G was like, hold on, let me get this out.
Yeah.
Let me say what I gotta say. Yeah, dog, but Lucky had a whole agenda, man. But he wanted to clear the air as soon as he got there, and he did that.
That was dope for him to go
He
to
did that.
to even do that. He doesn't have to do that.
Right.
But you know, hey man, there's a lot of talent out there, and it's not getting the chance.
I did like when he addressed how he said there's a lot of rappers that don't put on, not that they don't put other artists on, but they don't show them how to do the the documentation,
Publishing and all
everything,
that.
publishing and register your music and all that.
Everything.
Like Cazelle, we've had conversations. You've helped me out in the past and educated me. Because a lot of us, he's right. Like Lil G, even older heads, we come from an era where it's us and the record label. Sometimes there's us, manager, and record label.
But we got a
and we're being
tenth of what
fucking
artists can
filtered
make
down,
today.
and we don't know. And it's like, oh shit! And it goes back to the old school saying, well, you wanted limousines, you wanted VIPs at the club, you wanted this and that. That's why your check's so short.
Yeah.
You know, that's just one angle
And
of
what
it.
you got. And
But the
amount that you
record sales
negotiated
are
for.
different. Like, yeah.
Dog, if I sold 400,000 records, I was going to lose that deal. That wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 400,000 records is like 10 million streams, 20 million streams, let's just say. 100 million streams.
Right.
If you didn't get that, you were dancing on you're out.
Right.
Your first time.
You're shelved if you're
You were
on
shelved.
a major label.
You were shelved.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't have that, oh, I'm here. And put your little record on your internet and, you know, I'm a superstar.
Especially-
and you got
yeah.
your 12,000 likes.
Yes.
The fuck is that?
Back in
$22?
those days, if you were on a major label and you didn't sell
Couldn't even fill a
records,
tank up
you
with
were
that, bro.
shelved. That means you were put to the side. And guess what? Janet Jackson was dropping next week. Who are they going to put all their energy and
And
time
not only
to?
that, the investment or the advance you get, you still got to make that money back. You know what
That's
I mean?
that's what
the
I'm
most
saying.
important part. You know what I mean? You don't make that money back, then you're stuck in owing a bill.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? That's
A
just the way
video
the market
budget is
man.
more than what they've made in their whole careers.
Yeah.
One video budget was more than the biggest rapper today makes in his career, you know?
We used to brag about the advances. Yeah, man, how much they give you? Man, they gave us like $100,000 fucking advance, not knowing that you got to recoup that shit. And in our heads, it was like, we'll never see a dime. We'll never recoup.
And it's not even just that, because like whatever you're doing, say the videos, transportation, air flights, stuff. They will charge you
Dinner.
for all that. So
Right.
all that tallies up.
Sure.
That's
Video
on top of
video
whatever's
started at
advanced
100
you.
grand.
That's crazy.
Video started at 100 grand. A good
Remember
video
back
was
then?
about 250.
Hype Williams days?
Video started at 100 grand. And then, you know, when you wanted to do videos, 250. If you were that dude, you were in the 400s.
Right.
You know, for a video, your record label, your first deal was 80 to 100. Second deal was in the 200s. If you made it past your sophomore out, you know, record, then you were in the 3 and 4s. But with ceilings and floor, I mean, you had to negotiate all that. But yeah, if you made it to the 600-700s, you were good.
But
know?
if you didn't read your contract and own your own music, I mean, was it?
No, it didn't work that way. You couldn't own your own music. Nobody owned their own music. The record labels were there to own you. That's just the way it worked.
When were people able to like buy back their publishing and you know?
When Prince made it aware, and then Michael made it aware, and then they're not here with us no more.
True.
You know, it is what it is.
When Prince put that big ass sign on his cheek.
Yeah. And
Remember
everybody
that?
getting their own stuff, and then something happened, and Sony building burned down. All those masters are gone.
You're right.
It's just weird. You know, shit happens. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
We'll never know. You know how. You know what's going on.
Shit, dude. Since we talking about top current, I know we had some shit played out here. We got so much in the conversation. Did you watch the Grammys last night and all? Just kind of
I
random.
didn't
A few minutes.
Do you watch these award shows anymore? Because I know I haven't watched them in the fucking last 3 years.
Bro, I saw Ice up there, and I saw Melly Mel.
Yes.
And then when Rakim came in and did his whole piece,
Yes.
the whole intro of that record that I broke, that was huge.
Was that I Ain't No Joke?
No.
Which one did he do?
I came through the door. I
said it before Eric B. is president.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Broke that record.
So, okay. So,
Months before anybody even had it.
so trip on this.
They
So,
breaking records.
so they had the Grammys last night, right? And I don't watch it. I do highlights, whatever, everything else. And then I see, because now with all the talk about the Grammys, you're like, is it worth watching? Because it like, I don't know if it's set up, if it's, what I'm saying? It's all
slow,
politics.
I always
If
thought
it's
that,
just,
dude. I was like,
and it's like Bonnie Raitt won record of the year or some shit, some country artist with
Harry Styles walked away.
over all them and everything else. But going to the hip hop thing, that's obviously that's why I would
Well, that
watch it.
producer of that show, of the Grammys,
Questlove?
no, the producer of the Grammys.
Oh, the actual producer. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the
I'ma
producer
grab
of the
some wings,
Grammys is
So wings dog.
was our board op for the Ruthless Radio show, for our radio shows. Jesse Collins. That's the producer of the Grammys.
Grammys. Oh shit, that's dope.
Then he's on his way from the Grammys. He just left to do, what's the next show he's doing right now? Yeah, he left from there to do all those BTs, the Grammy. He's producing the Grammys now and all that. That's our board. He was our board op. Young, learning with us and getting, come on, man, hurry up. Man, hurry up. Push that, man, hurry up. What are you doing? Why you press that button for? We already told you what button.
Gosh.
Getting sweated, And look at him. He's the producer of the Grammys.
Grammy, that's crazy.
The producer of the Grammys, bro.
See,
That's
just
big.
Yeah.
putting everybody under pressure to turn them into diamond pressure.
Well, you got to be able to take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can't take it, it's not for you, man. If you can't take criticism,
Yeah.
it's not for you.
50th anniversary of hip hop, bro. Look how long we've come.
And look how many Hispanics were on that stage.
Look how many West Coast artists were on that stage. Are you talking about the 50 the performance, or are you talking about the whole Grammy?
The 50th anniversary. How many Latino
None.
rappers were up?
None. Who was Latino? No one, right?
Right.
I get what you're saying.
So
I
we
thought
got
the
to
same
get the
thing.
Latin Grammys, though.
I got goosebumps for the fact that
Yeah,
I grew
the
up with
Latin
them.
Grammys.
No, I get you.
Grammys.
Then we got to wait for the Chinese Grammys.
Bubba.
And then the Japanese Grammys. Right? And the Black Grammys. Where,
Yes.
where are we at?
Asshole gonna be on
And
fire
we're the ones
tomorrow,
that broke the
Bubba.
music.
Damn.
And we're the ones that made them superstars.
Hey, those guests.
And we
on the
made
fire,
them
bro.
superstars.
Good job with that, man.
I know what you're saying. You made them superstars.
Oh, absolutely.
You broke a lot of those records. And
Me and my
that's
brother Julio, we broke all them records.
And I
Every
noticed there
single
was a
one of
lot of
them
East Coast artists, which,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I grew up in that era. It had the 80s.
Oh
but
no, it's definitely a tribute, but there was no 50 in there. That shit stopped at like 11.
especially because today's 50s 20th anniversary of Get Rich or Die Trying.
Banger.
Too Short and Ice-T was the only West Coast artist on that stage. I had a problem with that.
But Ice only got to do more of the high. He did the High Rollers thing, which was dope because I understand the production end of it. And then Too Short with his, bitch. My favorite word, bitch.
Yeah.
But he had so many records before that were just so dope. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
They can never give us that respect because they're the beginners and that mecca, and they got to hold on to that. Even though we sold 20 times more records than they've ever sold in their lives,
Yes.
they have to hold on to. They are.
Hey, he watered
Yeah,
down
the
for you, bro.
originals.
Should be good.
Wow.
Damn. What they swimming in, Bubba?
That's the big
Bubba's
baller.
Tacos. What we got over here, Bubba?
That's the baller one.
Poor Bubba, we got him here just
It's
telling
the big baller one right
telling
here?
hip hop war hip hop
That's
stories
what
and
we
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the big baller brand. I love this. It's my favorite. So,
Bonnie Raitt is dope though, bro.
let's give them something to talk about.
That's
Low
right.
key. Y'all be bumping at the
Oh, that's her
intersection.
song?
Don't lie.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. I don't listen to country. I don't know.
Bonnie Raitt. Go
You're gonna
ahead.
go home and just. I'm gonna put that on my
On the way
playlist.
home.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Hey, bro, can we take some calls? I totally, man.
Man, y'all don't
so
y'all don't
involved.
break in this show. Y'all just go all the way like gangbang all the way through or what?
What you mean? What you mean? No break? No, we don't break.
Oh yeah, no.
Not right now, anyway.
We just have those.
The break is a
lighter
sponsor.
break.
You want a break? You want a smoke break?
Much love, much love.
Go back.
Pee-pee?
Yeah,
Get
man. the
pee-pee?
fucking
Go ahead,
break-
bro. We just do it. We
Open
just
the phone
gangster,
line.
bro. Go ahead. We shoot the shit. Meanwhile,
My boy over here is a dope DJ. Ask him any DJ.
we already know. Danny, throw the number on the screen.
How I get it?
Hey, I'm right after you, OG. Don't trip. Give me those headphones.
Careful, don't hit your headphones, bro.
There you go. Tony G in the motherfucking building, man. This is what it's called being live. No, we don't break because we don't need a break. We don't need y'all to leave. Although I'm eating these
pull up real
wings
quick.
by Bubba's Tacos.
Shouts out to Bubba's Tacos, man. Read the number 951-293-4180.
What's up, Bubba? Sit down, man, real quick. Tell him, hey, Bubba, sit down over here. Tell him what we got cracking for Valentine's
Bubba.
Day. Or you ain't allowed to give that info yet. Wait, you just dropped a new burrito this week, didn't you? Or
Yep.
last week?
Yeah, yep. I got a new burrito. It's called the Bubba Cheesesteak Burrito. That's that garlic butter on the flour tortilla.
Damn.
We got panela cheese in that motherfucker. We got
Who?
cotija cheese in that motherfucker.
Can I have some more
And
wings?
we got Monterey Jack in that motherfucker.
Wow.
Oh, my bad, though.
And then also we top it off with some chipotle sauce. Homemade, by the way. Nothing bought.
Nothing but.
Bubba, shout out the address, man. Where we at?
402 South Milliken Avenue, Unit B in Ontario, California, 91761.
So if you get off the plane at the fucking airport, we're right down the street. Don't pay for that airport food.
For real, it's like we're like 4 to 5 minutes away. High side. That's if you drive slow.
Hey, these are bomb. These wings are
Drive slow
bomb.
like Paul Wall.
Big baller. Big
Tortanator
baller
wants the wings.
Hey,
I'll make you a torta, dog. I'm telling you.
all right, dude. I'm down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I got you on a torta.
Got room?
Thank you, sir. Thank
Again, that's we top the top off with garlic butter. The bottom will be mayo, right? Put lettuce, tomato, onion, jalapeno, salsa, chipotle sauce, and we top it off with cotija cheese. Oh yeah, we grill the panela cheese into the steak as well.
My boy. Making
God bless
the
my
people
hands.
hungry.
You said panota cheese?
Oh, no, that's good too.
Sorry, guys. That was the old guy. That was the old ODM.
LOL.
Mr. Seaman.
Mr. Seaman, baby.
Laila, Aliyah, Malik, I love you guys.
What's up with the super chat, man? Yeah, what's up to the kids watching?
And their crazy cousin Toto.
After I just said panota.
LOL.
Super chat is on fire tonight,
No,
man.
I'm just
He's
keeping
back.
up with
The legend is
chat.
back, guys. I gotta go.
Nah, I gotta take a
Thank you,
piss too.
Bubba.
All right, I'm gonna take ODM spot for 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys want to call up again, the number is up on the screen. It's 951-293-4180. We do
Bubba.
have the phone linked up.
We do have the phone linked
yeah?
up. That's right.
If you guys have questions for Bubba,
Yeah, make sure you call in.
The chat loves
Hello?
Bubba.
Yeah, they love me.
They do.
And they were saying,
Is
where's
this my
Bubba?
good side?
what happened?
Absolutely.
LOL.
And try the surf and turf. I
My-
guess my sister
Well, what
came
the-
in here earlier today, actually.
Today?
And she had the surf and turf. She said you weren't here, though. So
Really?
Bubba wasn't here, but
What time did you come?
I don't know. Probably lunchtime, I'm guessing.
I was here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
If not, I was probably gone for like 10 minutes.
You had to go get some,
These are
some
fire,
fresh
bro.
supplies.
You like that? That's the Arabian Cajun right there.
Arabian Cajun.
Yeah, shout out to my cousin. He makes that.
That's dope.
Is it hot?
Nah, it's like
It's like a little
buffalo
kick.
spicy. Yeah,
Try
it's
one.
nothing too crazy.
I am. Once the cameras go off, I'm gonna be grubbing.
It's
Watch.
that Arabian heat.
Arabian Nights.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm coming here for wings.
Come on.
I'm gonna get-
Hold on. I got the Cajun. I got the big baller sauce. I got the buffalo. I got the garlic parmesan. I got 2 different types of barbecue sauce. And then shit, there's one I want to come out with the chipotle sauce. I don't know. I'm still working on it though.
And you got a fresh mural coming up. I see.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be all red. We're gonna have the block out podcast right there on the front side. As soon as you walk in, y'all see that motherfucker.
Stop it.
Hopefully by next week it'll be all done.
Wow. So
yeah.
for the viewers that can't see, we don't have a camera turned the opposite way, but yeah, there's a live mural painting
I
going
look good,
down.
right? I look good on the side.
Yeah.
Danny?
My dog.
Look at the TV over there. Look.
Where?
Right there.
Yeah, that's my good side. See, every side's my good side, I think.
Heck
Work
yeah.
it, girl. Work it.
Which side you got on the sticker on the logo?
I've been working on how to drop it. I'm gonna drop it.
How low?
If I had booty, I'd hit the floor. But no booties are kind of high.
So what's up, dog? You got any new items going to be dropping soon besides the burrito?
Monday.
What are you dropping Monday?
Ooh, the
You can't
Bubba
say?
Burger.
The
Wow.
Bubba. Damn.
I'm telling you, I have a whole menu I haven't even dropped yet. I'm telling you.
We
y'all.
do coming with it
You're
all.
like Supreme dropping every
Oh
week.
my
Hey,
god.
what about the fries? Are you gonna have fries?
I have loaded French
Because
fries.
you've been to Andy's up the street.
Who the fuck is that?
No,
I'm joking.
Nah,
Shout out
nah.
to
Hey,
Andy's,
we
they're
don't
good.
I'm saying there's like
No.
fries. You know, like they gotta be a specific like.
You look at the fries that I get are like scientifically fucking cut to be perfectly fried in the fryer. It's crazy.
Cut by lasers.
Look, yeah, real shit. It's
Evenly
crazy.
evenly toasted.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
man.
I had the loaded tots, and those hit the spot
The
like
thoughts, huh?
Talk about
the
that.
thoughts.
You missed out, dude.
What I miss?
Nothing. Loaded tater tots.
does.
Oh, we got the Bubba Burger coming out next Monday.
Bubba Burger.
Look it. You know what I'm saying? This is exclusive right here. Y'all ready for this? Hey, you don't have it?
No, our sound guy's eating right now. He's on a break. Everybody's on a break right now.
The Tortanator.
Y'all want to give out a free dinner?
Hell yeah.
All right.
You can't just say that and
Yeah.
not do it.
No, we're going to do it.
We'll do a
All
call.
right,
We'll
guys.
take a call.
All right, yeah. Yeah, they got to be old enough.
First caller.
Yep. 21 and over, guys.
21 and over?
At least for the winner. You know,
It's
you
for
can have
Valentine's or anytime?
Valentine's Day. No. They're going to get a free exclusive dinner at Bubba's Tacos for my Valentine's Day dinner that I haven't even dropped the menu for. The menu will come out tomorrow evening, guys. And spots are limited. I already have some VIP customers that are already locked in. Okay? So it's probably going to be about 6 to 8 more spots, and we're going to give 2 spots away.
Wow.
So what comes with this dinner, bro? You like a full course meal and like a dessert and all that?
Oh yeah, dude, you're gonna go home a happy man. Not just for me, you're gonna go home to something too. Okay, so I'm gonna have ribeye steaks. I'm gonna have wagyus. I'm gonna have New York steaks.
Wagyus?
Lobsters, yes sir. Yeah, dude. I don't fuck around, dude. I'm a big motherfucker and I like it. If you don't know how to eat like me, please.
The tortilla going in.
I'll hear go.
When you stop the producer from working, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it again. No homo.
That's kind of hot.
We? Yeah.
Him eating on the leg, sucking the meat off that.
Yeah.
Sucking the meat off the bone. All horny.
Hey, shout out to Dope and Spare from Starbucks. They're the one going to paint the wall and put your guys'
Let's go.
Yeah, they're waiting for us to get out of here, bro. Homie was
No, taking away the hallway, no. And you guys are going to rush them? Fuck you guys, dude.
No, he didn't say
Okay,
that.
all right.
I said they're
Go
waiting.
home, go home.
Nah, they good.
Someone's calling in, dog.
Oh, we got a call. Spencer.
Spencer.
Let's go to Oxnard right now.
805.
What's up? You're on the Blackout Podcast. Tony G, live from Bubba's Tacos.
Hey, what's up, brother? How's it going?
It's going, man. Who's this?
Oh, my name's Fernando. I'm calling out here from Oxnard, the Big 805.
Oxnard, we're going to be out there this Friday.
Yes, sir.
Lighter shade of brown,
I know,
Brandon
brother.
Wood.
I know you guys are going to be on.
Yeah, man.
That's
And
what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, it's going to be it's a sold-out show, man. I didn't get my tickets on time, but I know it's going to be badass.
yes, sir. So you got the flyer, homie? Can we bring that shit up real quick since we're talking about it? It's going to be Brandon Wood's last tour, from what I understand.
Damn.
Wow.
The Vato's already getting up there in age, you know. He said, "Give me some little sign, girl." He giving you a sign right now.
I'm going to send you some meal preps to take with you.
So you gonna send me some meal
I'm
preps?
going to give you some meal preps to take with you.
Meal prep sounds like I'm working out in the gym or something.
No, they're going to be Bubba's Tacos meal preps.
Oh,
Not
shit.
No healthy.
Some green room shit?
You're going to open like, Bubba cheesesteak.
Bubba cheesesteak.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but G,
keto?
we're gonna be out there. Is it up? We got that up. We got it up. Okay, so let's look at the flyer, guys. We'll be out there this Friday, man. It's Brandon Wood, Baby Bash, Frankie J, Lighter Shade of Brown, Pepe Marquez. Shout outs to DJ Cazell. He's in the building right now with us, and DJ Ernie G, Mariah Avila as well, and Jimmy Reyes. Shout outs to them, man. Look at who else is on, man. There's a whole lot of cats. You guys better come out. Oxnard Performing Arts Center. And, so Oxnard this Friday. We'll see you out there. And come get some love.
Let's say
it's the
catch you on the
Valentine.
rebound.
Catch you on the rebound. Hell yeah.
I'm not a rebound kind of man.
Nah, me neither. I'll
Damn.
Just wait.
Somebody said Bubba Cali Mac burger.
Oh, shit.
I don't even know what Cali Mac means.
Yeah.
I'll be seeing that a lot, man. Tell me what
Cali mac and cheese.
I don't even know.
Cali Mac and cheese.
Okay. Before we start making up burgers, guys, the Bubba Burger Monday, don't forget. I'm just saying, I'm only going to make 20 of those motherfuckers.
Wow.
805. Appreciate you calling, man. We got DJ Tony G. He's having a little smoke break. He's going to come back right now. We're talking with the owner right now. Bubba talking. We're taking your calls right now. Let's go right now. Hang on. All right, brother. Take care, homie. Oxnard. We'll see you this Friday.
805.
All right, brother. Have a great show.
You too, brother. Thank you. I said you too. Kind of show he having, huh?
Unknown caller.
Hello, you're on the Blackout Podcast. What's up?
805. Yo, what up, OGM? The homie Ish.
The homie Ish is in the building, man. We're live tonight, man, here on YouTube.
Right.
We got DJ Tony G in the building. What's going on, man?
Hey, man. All I got to say, dog, much love and respect, dog. Been listening to you since I was a kid, dog. I'm 44 years old right now.
Hell yeah, OG. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. It's people like you who keep our music alive and, pass it on down to your kids and your tios, your tias, your primos, your primas. And we got one of the legendary producers right here. One of our producers, DJ Tony G, is in the building, bro. Say what's up, man.
That's right.
I know. Hey, what's up, Tony G?
What's
hey,
up,
man,
BG?
love
How
what
are
you're
you?
doing with the fellas.
Oh,
Good, man. I'm just
Thank
tapping in.
Thank
I'm
you.
just glad you guys are doing this podcast, and I'm listening to you guys' conversation, man. And hey, just to let
Appreciate
you know,
it.
man, that chicken looks good.
Thank you for spending time even just listening to us. Well, we really appreciate it.
He said the chicken looks good or the chick? You talk about
I
you,
thought you
creamy
said the
mommy?
chicken. I thought you said
Hey,
the
both,
wings.
Oh, geez.
He said both.
Hey,
That's
both.
Much love.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
pero gracias. Thank you guys for answering my call. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for
Yes,
tapping
stay
in, man.
blessed.
Where you calling from? San Diego? Where are you calling from, bro?
I'm calling from North San Diego Vista, right here in Oceanside.
Hey,
Ooh,
shout out,
spot.
man.
I used to throw
760-619.
some bomb concert in Oceanside.
Yeah?
Right there, right in front of the pier. That little concrete section, a little hall right next to the pier.
Damn.
I used to throw some big
Oh yeah,
concerts
that's
there.
what they did that movie Top Gun and
Yep, right
that
there.
cheerleading movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Desi Hollow, man. That's where he's from, too. The rapper Desi Hollow. Ocean. He put on for the O right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's cool, man. I run into that dude all the time at the grocery store.
Ice Cube, Ice Cube's group CIA was right there, a few blocks away from there.
Is that right, Oceanside?
Before NWA, yeah.
Wow. That's old school gems right there, man. Hey, bro, thanks for calling, bro. You have a good one, all right?
All right, you too, Adios. Gracias.
All right, brother. You too. Yeah, man. They're blowing up. They want that Bubba's Valentine's Day special next Tuesday, man. Let's see. Next caller's going to get it right now. Next call. Oh!
Dang.
I don't know. They're from Kansas. It'd be a long-ass flight. This is the Blockout Podcast,
No, we're
bro.
gonna have to ship Toto. Get Toto to drop that off.
What's up, man? You're on the Blackout Podcast with DJ Tony G.
What's up? Who's calling?
This is Chucho from Topeka, Kansas.
That's right, big Chucho. That's my uncle's name, Chucho. That's right. Is your real name Raul? Is it Raul? They call you Chucho. What's your real name?
No, my real name is Duran Ortega. I'm actually from Topeka, Kansas. My mom and dad, they just named me that since I was a kid.
Awesome.
So we had a rapper on our album called, his name's Novelist, and he rapped on If You Want to Groove, one of our singles, and he's from Topeka, Kansas.
Wow.
And he was the only one of the few cats that I met that moved out this way at that time. And he was like, yeah, I'm from Topeka, Kansas, man. And I forgot, he had a group called Kansas Cali, because when he moved here, he just kind of, put connect to do. But yeah, shout out to Topeka. They got a lot of gente and a lot of support out there for the West Coast rap, right?
Oh yeah, I'm a talk boxer. I'm actually a rapper.
Ooh, wow. That's right.
Check it out.
Let
I
me
heard
hear.
Tony G recently.
What you got? I know you got that straw right by your fucking phone right now.
No, do
He's ready to
something.
put that shit in.
Do a little blackout pass talk box, homeboy. Hey, I work with Roger Trauma. I was going to produce his album right before he passed.
No shit, man.
Working on a whole Spanish album with Roger on Talkbox.
Yeah, a lot of rappers reached out to him back in the day. I mean, California Love.
Well, we brought him here to do the last two songs on Easy's last album, and that's how he got plugged in for the California Love.
Yeah, no shit.
Mm-hmm. Easy
somebody
turned
Tony
him on
G
to that.
put him on. Yeah.
No, Easy. He brought him out here, and he's the one that made the plug for him to go over there to make that record.
And there was already beefing at the time,
Yeah,
right?
there was no beef. I mean, it was beef, but you don't want to beef with E.
You don't want no beef with E. Damn,
We
we
have
talk.
powerhouses. Yeah.
What's up, bro? You got that talk box ready or what? We about to go to the next caller.
Let me play you some real quick.
All right. He's like,
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
all right. Can we get a Blackout podcast? Can you just say that?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. My producer wants you to do one more so we can use it for a soundbite. Tell him, Danny.
Let's go ahead and do it one more time on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Take your time. There it is. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
That was hard.
That's dope. I think that's the first talk box we ever had on the phone.
Now I'm just going to crisp it up and then, add some effect to it, and then you'll hear it next show.
Big Dog, so what keyboard are you using to do that talk box?
Here we go.
Man, I've always been influenced by Roger and my pops. I remember him playing Computer Love when I was a kid, and man, I remember being in the backseat of his little Honda Civic trying to hit them high notes, and I always wondered.
That's right.
And then as I got older, MC Magic was around, and Kansas, it was kind of hard. I felt like I was more into like the Hispanic side, like you guys, you know what I mean? Like I listened to all of you, and everybody asked me, hey, you heard that Lil Wayne album?
Yep.
You heard that Lil Wayne album? I'm like, nah, bro, I don't listen to that music. I listen to a lot of Hispanic,
Let them know. That's what you like.
Yeah.
Facts. And then I just started. I'm the only one around here right now in Topeka, Kansas, doing the talk box, man. And I'm just trying to get my name out there.
You
You know
making
what
a
I mean?
killing, huh? You making a killing right now. You're on everybody's record, huh?
Bro, every time I perform, everybody gets mind blown. They're like, "Holy shit! I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. Like
That's
you, the
right.
next Roger Troutman on my life." I'm like, man, that's feeling,
right.
you know.
Good
The
for
big
you,
shoes
man.
right there. But
Good for
yeah,
you.
man, keep going, brother. There's a lot of gente in your area too. A lot of Mexicans.
Man, honestly, it's a mix. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people here. There's, we got Wichita, Emporia, Kansas City. You know, I feel like Topeka doesn't get the recognition because a lot of people don't know that Topeka is the capital of Kansas.
But you're gonna put them on the map. That's good.
Yeah, that's right.
You're gonna be the one. Put 'em
Shout
on
out
the
your
map.
name, bro. What's your name? What do you go by?
My name is Chucho. You can look me up on IG, Chucho_MWC. Tap in, man. I just released the album, Chucho's Classics, man. It's unique. It's different.
Right
Nobody's
If you
doing
need
the
them
top part,
hooks,
man.
get at Chucho.
Get at
them hooks,
Chucho.
Get at Chucho.
Holler at-
Right on,
Holler
brother.
at me.
Thanks for tapping in, man. Staying up with us because I know it's probably like what, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock over there in Kansas.
Oh, yeah. It's 11:16 right now.
That's it. It's smoke time. Time to smoke one. Smoke one for your nephew.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
Much
Take
love,
care,
guys. I
man.
appreciate you all.
I'm gonna let Chucho. Let's take
Thanks.
another one. Let's go to let's see here. Salmon. No, I was gonna say San Juan. San Juan Capistrano. You're on the Blackout Podcast. What's up, man?
What up, man? This is Lucky from the Suerte team.
Lucky from where?
What's up, Big Lucky?
Suerte team.
What's up, Big Luck?
You're on with Tony G.
That's BG Luck. What's up,
Yes,
Big Luck?
yes,
I
yes.
I just
Lucky
produced a
and
song
BG.
for
What's
Lucky.
up, Big
That's
Doc?
right, Luck.
Oh, this cat right here?
Yeah.
Right on.
Big Luck. That's right, bro.
Hey,
Big
just-
brown side in the house.
Hey, just wanted to fucking call in and show some love, Much
Appreciate
love
it, Lucky.
and respect. And
Thank you, Lucky.
grew up on all the Chicano rap, including ODM, when he was doing a bunch of stuff with Capone and
Yeah.
Spin Rolling and all that shit.
That's right.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you, big doggy.
Thank you, Lucky.
Keep carrying the torch, bro. That's why you're here, man. That's why you're doing. That's why you're working with the great right here, Tony G.
Hell yeah, man. Make sure if I'm live, is the live still?
Yeah, we're live, bro.
All right, cool. My bad. That sounds all weird. I had to move away from the TV instead.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
want to give a shout out to everybody.
Hey, that's
Hey,
what's
much
up.
love to everybody, man.
Salute, Luck.
Go follow Suerte Team. We got 2 songs. We got one that's out right now with the video. It's the
And
Dope
No
Ass
Love.
Legend, man. I haven't had the privilege to meet you in person, carnal, pero
Ya
much
sabes.
love and respect.
Ya sabes. Hablamos de esta manera en el IG como si fuéramos, en persona, igualito.
It feels like we know you. Like it feels like you're a local, carnal.
Hey, you know
He
what's
is.
up, dog. You know
He's
what's
a big
up, dog.
honk right here. Big
You know
deal.
what's up, Big Lucky. I appreciate you, dog. Shout
Hey,
out to your
100%
canal also,
that cool,
okay?
man. Much love, but keep doing your thing. We're out here learning and listening to you guys. Much respect to the OGs and the old school. Hell yeah, man. Let's support each other. Keep it going.
That's right, brother. You take care, man. Say what's up to your canal for me, too, okay?
All right, Big Lux.
Well,
All right, let's see. Let's go to the next one here. Shit, man. They just tapping in. Oh, we ain't even give shit away yet. Hold on.
You got any local focal?
Oh, we're in Arizona right now. I think. Hello? Wait. Let's see here. Shit. Hello?
I got the gold ring flash and diamond cut chain.
Fuck yeah.
That's,
keep going.
That's
keep
the
going.
song.
Keep going. Keep
That's
going.
not it. That's the song you produced.
Keep going. Keep going.
Go, Leatherface.
Still high off the crispy, ain't a damn thing
changed.
changed.
Still
That's
por
right.
vida. Tengo
That means for life.
That's
There go
right.
my homie Tony, mean hombre. Oh. That's Leatherface right there, Arizona, Tucson.
That's right, dog.
Here we go.
Shit.
What's up, Tony G?
What's up, big dog? How are you?
Good, my boy. I just wanted to call and say, hey, man, you're a legend, dog. And in my eyes,
Appreciate it, man.
you're the first face up there on Mount Rushmore of DJing, my brother. First face right up there.
Gracias. Thank you very much. I
Not
appreciate
Westmore, Rushmore. My God.
Rushmore,
That's
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 right.
universal.
that. Thank you, big brother. I appreciate
That's
that.
universal, baby. Not just the West. That's the world.
That's right. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you very much.
Right on, brother. Appreciate you tapping in, man. He's a
Like
loyal
in my opinion, it's is you, Tony G. Next would be Joe Cooley.
Yeah, he's beast.
Next would be Jazzy Jeff.
That's right.
And Rectangle. That's mine.
Yeah, that's right.
Rectangle.
Good choice,
You
right
met
there.
Rectangle? You guys work?
Of course,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, badass DJ.
He's from the
And I
Bay.
just
No?
had a question for you, Tony G.
Yes, sir.
I've always wondered, what
I
are
didn't shoot
your
him.
thoughts
I didn't do that.
on no. What are your thoughts on DJing today? You know how much it's changed, and you being the legend, and you starting all this. How do you feel about where it's at today? And do you have like a new DJ that might be one of your favorites, or you think is doing well?
I like all DJs, bro. And technology has just made it easier and better for everybody to do it. If you practice, you're going to shine, you're going to do better, and it is what it is. My boy DJ Cassell kills it, bro. He keeps that old school going. And, of course, everybody you mentioned. And, man, I got to fuck with little DJ Olivia, man. She's dope.
Yeah, shout out to
He
DJ
killing
Olivia.
it too,
That's another one. You know what? And if I had to add a fifth one up there, she'd be up there. For as young as she is, the knowledge she has on music and her technique.
She got her
Yeah,
pops
she'd be
in
up there too.
Her pops keeping her on the hip.
Yeah. What's up to Henry? Henry the creator.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
There's so many dope
Definitely.
DJs. So many dope. I don't have no favorites. Rappers, I don't have no favorite DJs. I love the culture and I love the music. So I'm
You're at a point now where you could just sit back and go, this is what this is my foundation. These babies here are something that I'm a part of. Almost like what we did it for Chicanos in rap.
Right.
Same thing, but you were also part of that too.
But everything's going to evolve. So, everything's evolving. The technology has made it, incredible. Even for production. I mean, producers now don't really make beats. They just get a bunch of slices and slice stuff together. It is what it is.
It is
It's
what
dope.
it is.
Leatherface, get that promoter, bro. And we want to come out there to Tucson, man.
Hey.
Do that.
I'm gonna get with you on that, and I just want to say it was an honor speaking to you, Tony G. Man, I've looked up to you
Appreciate
many
it. Thank
years,
you.
bro.
Thank
So
you.
it was
Thank
an
you for
honor, and I
jumping
just
in.
want everybody to have a good night. Thank you.
You have a
Gracias,
good night.
brother.
Thank you.
Take
All
care,
right,
man.
good night.
All the love keeps pouring in right now, man. Look at that. We got the number up on the screen. Yeah, I think you took it down. It's like they know it by heart now. They must be paying attention to the Blackout Podcast, homie.
That's right.
Shit, we got
Do
legends in
something
the
right.
building, dog.
Speed dial, baby.
Hey, we ain't there yet, but we'll get there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's climbing.
Let's see here, man. Let's go to L.A. What's up? You're on with Tony G and the Blackout Podcast.
Hello.
What's up, big homie? Who's this?
What's up? This is Doe Beezy right here, and I want to give a shout out to Mr. Tony G being live right there. Hey, Tony G, it's
What's
Doe
up, Doe
Beezy. What's
Beezy?
cracking?
What's up, Doe Beezy? Love you,
Hey,
Doe Beezy.
me. I had to come out and give my saludos to everybody.
For sure.
But hey, you are interviewing one of the greatest mix masters of all
Appreciate it,
time,
man.
straight
Yes.
legendary, Tony G.
Yes.
Hey, G, I just want to, I have to show my props, you know what I mean? And I just want to
Hey, Doe
congratulate
Beezy.
ING
Yeah.
that they got the master chef in that kitchen that's going to be bringing the heat. So,
That's right.
I had to call in
You know how we do it.
and give you the props. You know what's up, G?
All day. Hey, Doe Beezy, let them know who's the best man in your wedding.
Hey!
Who's the best man in your
Slow
wedding?
pain, baby.
Who?
Slow pain.
Slow Peasy.
No shit.
That's right, Doe Boy.
Did you grow up with Slow?
Hey,
Or-
hey,
Yeah.
hey, Tony G, they don't know how where Dobeezy come from. They don't know nothing about it, but
It's heavyweight. That's all right. We don't got to tell
we all
nobody.
family.
We're all good. We're on the podcast. We're good. We got love. Heavyweights is heavyweights, big boy.
But-
You know what's up?
Yeah, you know what's up. So
That's right.
I seen that you're going to be on the show, so I just want to come out and
Thank you,
and
Doughboy.
give your saludos and
What's up with
he's the
Angel
man.
Baby? Tell Angel Baby I said what up. Tell him I said what
Oh,
up.
definitely.
All right, Doughboy. You stay safe. I see you soon. Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, I haven't forgotten about you, and you know what's up with that
I got you.
RIP song. So
I got you.
just waiting on people, and hey, keep it up, bro. Like I said, ING is going to be coming out with the heat, and thank you, ODM, for and the podcast for interviewing the legend, man.
Absolutely.
This is an awesome
Appreciate
interview
it,
right
my
now.
boy.
Oh, man, the honor is mine, bro. We're humbled over here, the Blackout crew, man. Thank you for tapping in, and don't let this be the last one you
Hey.
tap into.
Thank you, Doughboy.
I tapped in with Little Blackie when Little Blackie was on there. We're all family right here, man. Dobizi been around the block. Hidden Records, everyone, G Fellas, Nino Brown. Come on, everybody, you know.
Everybody.
So I just wanted to let you know, hey, you got the legend that right there, right in front of you. So, hey, man, love for all of you, and let's get this movement and take it to the next level, man. We're getting all united and we're getting all together. Let's put something together where, hey, everybody gets their piece of cake. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's right.
Thank you, Doughboy. Hey, you continue to have a great night, all right?
I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, you guys be safe and get that movement going.
That's right.
That's what's up. You know, I just thought of something. Well, number one, man, this is probably the highest, most watched show we've had.
Yeah, we had like
live stream, man, and this is huge for you to be here. Obviously, the love, the outpour for everybody, bro. And
man, it's humbling.
Yeah,
just
man.
to be able to sit, bro. I'm on Milliken in Ontario.
Yeah,
having a good time. I don't do this.
You know what? That's the thing. You don't do that. You're not a social media person. You're not somebody who goes out and takes pictures. And
I mean, I like the Instagram because it keeps me popping of what's going on and who's doing what. And, you know, get to see people, follow people.
Yeah,
see the vibe.
Right.
You know, it's cool, but to be able to come here and then, you know, hear people call, to take the time of their day.
Yeah.
To listen to you.
Yeah.
And then call you.
Heck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't get when rappers complain like, you know, how come, you know, we ain't on? Bro, you got to follow. You got somebody that follows you.
Yeah.
Should be happy. Reach out to them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Whether 10 or 10,000, don't matter.
Want, dog?
Yeah.
You could have been not doing shit.
Yeah.
You know, you could have rapped and nobody heard it. But your old lady and your kids, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's humbling when you have people that take the time to listen to you, your music, your work, or know about it. You know, it's a big deal. To me, it is.
Yeah.
It's a big deal to me.
Everybody's tapped in the super chat right now. I'm looking right now, shout outs, and they're just, it's all mad love, brother. By the way, tomorrow we got Funk Freaks on the show. They're going to be here joining us, man. So the DJing don't stop, Tony.
I swear to God, I would have bought 2 turntables, would have ripped this spot.
Tony, forgive me, bro. I didn't want to do that to you. Like, I didn't.
No, I didn't want to do it to Bubba, bro. I didn't want to ruin the customers because, you know me, I had to do my homework. And look, I said, man, that's a nice restaurant. I can't do that. Because I was like, Robert, I could bring some turntables. I'm going to meet Ruben there anyway. He's down to kill it.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn it.
We would have came over here and ripped an asshole. You know what I mean? Real quick.
Well, here's the thing. Tomorrow we're trying something for the first time because, you know, YouTube, when you play certain records, they flag it. And they might mute my video later. So it's like.
You can go to Twitch too. You can
well, in fact, we're starting a Twitch. Danny, strictly DJ on there, bro. So that's coming. Blackiana's going to be there, and we're just going to have all DJs come through to do that. But tomorrow we got the Funk Freaks, and just keep the DJing going. Like, man, I wish I would have known. We could have tested it out today, but I didn't want to make you work. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want. I
haven't done it in so long. It would have been fun just to do it.
We can
just to try it. You know?
After party.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I would have bought the monitors, the speakers, an extra board.
Man, we got that shit coming tomorrow too with the Funk Freak. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, they got it cracking. They're dope, bro.
Yeah,
they got some nice records.
Shout outs to Debo and the crew. They're coming out. They're leaving next week to like Belgium or something like that. I'm going. This is what it's evolved, bro. And I just love the fact that, you know, they're Latinos and they're doing their thing. And
that's why that's why the movement is so big.
That's all angles.
And how many record collectors are Chicanos that collecting some rare records?
Yeah.
In music from all different cultures.
Yeah.
You know, it's the solely thing is, I mean, I'm a producer. I do the records, you know.
Yeah.
We rap, we do the singing, but these are people that have been doing this most of their lives.
Right.
They collect records and come with heat and play heat, you know, and they're dying to play it for somebody and check it out. And I got this one, and they spend money, bro. They're going to Belgium and they're gonna come back broke because they're gonna buy a whole bunch of records in Belgium.
Yeah,
I'm assuming because that's what I do when I'm in Belgium.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go record shopping, try to find something that you can't find in U.S. You know.
Yeah, they're doing some shows out there, and I can imagine they'll probably be spend some money on some records. Why wouldn't you? Some good weed too, if you out that motherfucker. You know?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam, the
I didn't even know you smoke. You smoke?
I don't smoke, Tony.
Oh, good.
I drink. I'm a drinker. I think it's time for another shot. 1942, though.
Yeah,
man.
He only smokes secondhand, but you know what? The chat is backing it. They're saying part 2, Tony G on the turntables. Invite him back.
Would you
yeah,
come
most
back
def.
and bless the tables, bro? I know you're
Well, I
right
can't-
down the studio.
I
but-
can't do it by myself. I would have to bring my, my proteges and my homies. and
Sure.
get down.
No.
and we'd have to do like
All
that.
vibes, all
We'll
vibes.
test
Make
it
a
out
crack.
tomorrow to see if it
And your
really
boy- and
pops.
I know your boy's dying to kill it.
Yeah.
He says he's loving this, but I
Yeah.
know if he had 2 turntables in front of him,
Oh, for
And
trust.
he want to
Well,
get
Well, you know, this
busy.
podcast started out with tables. We had it.
No,
and
he
then-
was explaining. He was explaining it to me.
But then we thought the Twitch outlet was like it's another outlet for our Blockout podcast. Let him run that and just bring all the DJs, man.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
it
do that.
should
We'll
be.
do that one day.
Yeah.
We'll do something like that.
Okay,
Put
appreciate
it
it. There you
together.
go, man.
Heck yeah.
Yee.
Heard it.
I don't do controllers though, bro. I don't do none of
That's
the little
cool.
toys.
That's
I
good. That's
do
good.
turntables.
Hey,
I gotta
no.
do turntables.
That's
If
how
you
I
do
s-
turntables, let me know. I'll bring you a separate little table, and we can sit.
yeah.
And if you touch that shit wrong, he's gonna discount
No,
you.
I'm not gonna lie. I struggled to get turntables, bro, and I finally got some.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, he just got
Oh,
him
no, we'll
last
bring
week.
some. If you
Yeah.
gotta bring, we'll bring them.
Yeah, so it's dope to
Shoot
be on the
it.
turntables now and shit. Like it's
Oh,
a whole
yeah.
different feel. You know, I've only been doing it for 4 years, so
I
know.
haven't touched my turntables in a long time.
Yeah.
I bet they're
I
sad.
don't. Well, my son's on them all day.
Oh.
That's his thing. He
Yeah,
works
is he
all
getting
day
into the
and-
whole?
No, he's always been doing it.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
does parties. He does stuff. Everywhere. But he has a regular job. He's smart. He has
Yeah.
a regular job, and then he turntables for fun. It makes
There you go. There you go.
extra loot. That's a smart way to do it.
Yeah.
He's been doing it. He's been doing it for a while.
Good, good,
He
good.
rocks. He's a party rocker.
Now, when he goes to parties, did people know who he is? Like who his dad is?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
He does a lot of stuff for people that we know or locals and people that he knows he's met. And of course with Julio Spot, over there with and LA Kush. They've been so good to him too. He's always DJ'd for them and he does great. He loves doing it. He
Yeah.
has his turntable. He has his own Twitch account. He does his own stuff, his own
Shout him
world,
out.
bro.
What's his? Can we? Yeah. What's his name?
Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Junior.
That's Junior. But he don't really do, he just does that, his own thing. He has his own Twitch. He does his own shows, sets up his own lighting. I don't even touch the turntables because that's his shit.
Dang.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I sold my store, bro, I got rid of a lot. I had so many sets of turntable speakers. I called it a wrap.
Yeah.
God,
man, such a great conversation tonight, man. Shout out to Tony G, bro. Like, man, I'm ready for another drink. I'm ready for another eat. I'm ready for it. Look, you got the casa. Who brought the casa Azul? What?
O's on
It's
a
about
third
that
win.
time.
Tony gotta go. Tony gotta go home, man.
good.
We're gonna go over there and ring the bell.
Them 2 little light beers already. Yay.
Yeah.
It got me on the block. It got me blocked out right now.
Hey.
Rock out with the block out.
Got me blocked out.
Legend in the building, man. He's captivating everywhere, bro. Like even our fucking chat, our views, man.
ODM, who inspired you to rap, bro?
Oh shit.
Who inspired you to? What made you want to? I want to be a rapper.
I want to be a rapper. I love this. The interview turns on my way.
We've been doing this all our lives, bro. Y'all, you've been in for a minute,
Yeah.
but we've been doing this all our lives. It's important that people know.
There was a lot of artists at the time, but I remember the first time that I
What's the
picked
first
up
lyrics you memorized?
Lottie Dottie. I was telling you that earlier.
There you go.
Slick Rick. I rocked it to
So
school
that's
every.
why your flow flows like that, and you're able to flip and change your tones.
Pretty much. When you grow up around that era of hip hop, and because a lot of these
It's your
cats were so
foundation.
ahead of their time, yeah, bro. Then LL Cool J came, the I'm Bad record, Radio. That album, and then, but my all-time favorite, man, is between. I gotta pick. I hate to pick between the two, but Rakim for sure, all day. Then Big Daddy Kane, man.
Yeah.
Those two were just so ahead of their times, and like
And they're so different,
so different.
and they're so different.
I used to recite his lyrics and go to school and battle and
Rap
use his
king.
lyrics. I used to jack his shit
Oh,
because I didn't know how to write like that. And motherfucker called me out one day. I was like, I had to write my own shit, But nah, bro, like
dope.
I met hip hop and I never turned back. Like that shit was just amazing. And then the radio station, bro, the Easy E's when Easy Dope Man when NWA's Dope Man dropped.
Yeah.
I was what 8th grade.
Yeah.
And they were doing it at the talent show, and they were, and then I was 7th grade, And then I said, fuck, that's dope. And then the next year I got on stage and I remember rocking Beastie Boys, Time to Get Ill.
Wow.
And we did that. And then we competed against one of my best homies, Greg Kimball and Rashawn Mayfield, and they did LaToya by Just Ice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I broke that record.
Of course you did.
Broke every record.
We gonna get Tony a shirt.
1984.
I broke that
I
artist.
battled for the world supremacy in New York City.
Yeah.
And in between in the break, they introduced Just Ice because he had just got out of prison. So Just Ice stands for justice because he beat his.
Oh,
rap.
no shit.
He beat an M rap. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a gem.
So they gave me an album. And then I broke Cold Getting Dumb. Yeah. Didn't it? And I only had one album of it. I couldn't do doubles.
Yeah.
And then there was never a 12-inch. Maybe later on somebody reprinted it. But I had to buy another album. And one was worn out, so you would hear Cold Getting Dumb, Cold Getting Dumb, Cold Getting Dumb. When you try to bounce back and forth. Yeah, I broke that record. Nobody would have played it. I broke Public Enemy same way with Julio.
Did you break RoboCop?
No.
RoboCop.
No.
Dance till
No.
you drop, do the RoboCop. No. I'm thinking of songs as I was bumping those Rhodium tapes back in the day, you know.
Yeah, that was tone stuff
that
because that was
was
more already more modern. And like I said, there was a lot of, it was popping already.
Did you break Roxanne, the UTFO records and all that?
No, Roxanne was already a pop type record.
Yeah.
And Katie already had been playing Roxanne.
Okay.
That was a pop, but I played every other song from that. And then I broke the record down and I brought playing like Billy Squier, Big Beat, stuff that, you know, DJs used to do back then.
Yeah, yeah.
And flipped those records.
That's
I met
crazy.
UTFO and, you know, did shows with them and brought them out here. But yeah, in Public Enemy too, Julio G, his first time on the radio, I made him play Time Bomb. They go oohs and ahs and jumped in my ride. He was like, am I going to get kicked out my first show? Nobody knows his record. Oh, just play, bro. I had just
That's
opened
how
it.
you broke records.
That's my question, like, because I feel like me as a DJ, I don't know about you, Danny Boy, but I be getting flack for some records that I play where it's like people just aren't familiar, but they end up liking the song, but it's like,
well, there's ways to make songs famous, and those are just things that certain DJs do that you know what to do to make those songs crack. You know what I'm saying? There's a formula. The game is to be sold, not told.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's certain
different.
ways of doing that when you're
Yeah.
introducing new music. And it's just something you feel. It's a vibe, bro. You know, you either got it or you don't.
Right.
There's no real true science.
Shout outs
You
to
know
the
what I'm saying?
DJs, man.
Yeah.
I even like I could think of artists, even my radio days, that would literally get it. Like they would go visit every DJ at every radio station because those were the motherfuckers that if you didn't have the DJ support with the mix shows, none of your shit got played on radio in regular rotation. That's just from the radio perspective. Or the clubs for that matter. You had to go to the
shout
DJ.
out E1, Ben Baller, they used to come to the station bringing all those records. Those were record promoter dudes. They were standing outside the door waiting to shoot you the record. Hey, yo, you check this one out and check this one out.
Yeah.
And these two over here. And all right, man. Because, you'd be flooded.
Yeah.
You'd be flooded. They catch you in the driveway, in the parking lot. You'd be anywhere outside your house. You
Yeah.
get out of your car. I was telling the homie 3 a.m, people get out the car like, hey, you, and you're like, damn, got caught. It's a rap. And hey, I got this record. Oh, cool. And then you'd hear it. See, we listened to it.
Yeah.
We actually listened to it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. I'm going to play it.
And you probably turned down a lot of records too, I'm sure.
It was too much. So, of course, you have to turn down records. There's only so many you can put on. And then remember, nothing's really bad. It's at that moment, something's popping. And then you got to be in that popping. Radio's different. You've done radio all your, most of your adult life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're either popping or you're not. And just by playing the first few seconds of a record, you're like, that's popping.
You listen to the beat first or the
I
lyrics?
just listen to the song.
To the vibe.
Is this it?
Yeah.
That's it. And then Julio took that formula and broke every other record anybody ever imagined.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout outs to Julio G, man, legend in radio as well, man. He went on Did 92.3 The Beat.
Yep. He didn't want
West
to do
Side
it.
Radio.
He didn't want to do it.
Hey,
Easy wanted him to do it. He didn't want to do it.
Speaking of Easy, so he was going to put on Latinos. He was going to start a Latin rap label. I don't know if I ever heard you talk about it.
Yeah, we already had a deal.
So you were in cahoots with Easy on that whole thing.
Well, I was the staff producer for Ruthless.
Shit, man. I'd love to hear that story because when we did West Side Radio, Ruthless Radio.
Right, Ruthless Radio.
With Easy.
Right.
They interviewed us.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember I was with Slow Pain and we were all up there.
Mm-hmm.
And Easy was like, hey, man, in between breaks, Julio got done interviewing us. He was like, hey, man, so what's up? ODM, what I got to do,
He approached everybody.
I said, what do you mean? He goes, I got to buy you out your label or what?
Yeah.
We had just signed to Mercury Records.
He was down to do all that.
He didn't give a fuck. He was ready to spend money. And then 3 months later, he passed.
Yeah. He asked me too. And I was like, you know what? They got a deal. I didn't know what you got. So I told him, you're going to have to spend money because, you guys were still off hot. Your hotness was still there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was down.
Now,
same as the Mexicans. I tried to convince Sinful and I-Man to sign with us. Offered them as much as I could, and they just couldn't because they were trying to do their thing, but we were going to sign them.
King Little G did a record called Letter to Dr. Dre, saying, how come you don't put on Mexicans? Eazy-E was going to go that route.
Dre's not the label, bro. Dre's a producer. And Dre's got thousands of records.
But he had put on Eminem.
Well, he got a tape. And it was the right time for him to produce, and it was a hot record. He's a producer. He produced a hot record. So you got to be hot for a producer at that level to even think about working with you or putting that much time into your product. So it's not that easy. It doesn't work that way.
You don't think politics had anything to play with that?
No, Dre's not about nothing like that. Easy was not about none of them. That shit didn't exist with us. I mean, think about it. I was the staff producer. I am the producer that controlled the masters at Ruthless Records. Jerry Heller was Jewish. Easy was black from Compton. That's irrelevant. He didn't see no color. Trey never saw no color. Yella put me on and do those. Where you saw the Straight Outta Compton movie, that club? For the first time I went on there.
Performing, yeah.
First time I had to go play. I was on Katie that first Friday. I had to go play with them. I went to that club, and it was just like me and my boy Jose. My boy got a bad accent. It was just me and him. And we looked around, and he looked at me like, Tone, we got to be cool here, bro. We're on 134th and Central in Compton. We drove up in a Super Sport. Everybody was just looking. Came out with a Creative Records, went to the door. Yeah, I'm here from K-Day. What? You from where? I'm from K-Day. Tony G, hold on, man.
Yeah.
Yella saw me. Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, went up there. There was a line of DJs. A line. Oh, man, I can't wait. Oh, no, you're next.
Yella put you on.
Because he saw me. He knew what I was coming with. And I'm from the radio station. We're the ones that they're doing the promo with us.
Got it.
He put me right on. And it was a wrap. Because all the DJs that were ready to get on weren't going to do what I did, so it was irrelevant. So I stayed on there, and he just rocked, and then he pumped me up. Yo, this Johnny G from K-Day. Bro, I'm a Hispanic dude on a black radio station. In a club was black. In the neighborhood, it was all black. There was like one Mexican per mile at that time living in Compton. And it was gangbang heaven.
Right.
I mean, like gangbang heaven. The whole city was one color. You know what I'm saying? The whole city was one color. And straight, went to another club, same thing. DJ Pooh was MC. Went over to a whole other, man, it's an 8-trick gangsterhood. Went up in there and see Gemma that come out, and he just stole my car. And I'm like, damn, I don't fuck with my car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And me and my boy Jose and my little cousin Lisa from Dream Team went up in there. Yeah, this dude, he's supposedly won battle back Bobcat, or he's doping him out. Everybody rushed the turntables and get on and start doing what I got to do, man.
Yeah.
And no one cared about color.
No one tripped.
Awkward that you were walking into something that they're not used to seeing people walking on their culture, on the hip hop scene. You know what I'm saying? And in Compton,
because that's how there weren't even Latin rappers. Like there were no
only a few.
That's why I'm saying I go back to like you and Ralph M and Julio G being the only Mexican or Latinos, excuse me, on the Mix Master roster.
But Ralph is from L.A., South Central, San Vicente. He's from that area over there. Julio's from Linwood. So it's a whole other area there. But the Mix Masters themselves, M walks from Compton, from the B side of Compton.
Right.
Joe's from the C side of Compton. You know what I'm saying? Trace Key from this side of Compton. Battle Cat, C-side over here, Compton. You feel me? So they didn't go to Skateland. They didn't dare go to Skateland. We did. They couldn't go over there. They weren't ready. I go 5 deep, 5 Mexicans for my money, strapped there in case something, because there always was. You get your shit stolen back then, bro. You be DJing and the sound's out. What's wrong? The power? No, your speakers are gone. Let's take your shit. And it's real talk, bro.
Real talk, yeah.
It's just the way it was. You know, they walk away with your shit, and you had to be ready. So it'd be 5 of us and the whole 700, 800 people in there. Blooded up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So see Latinos first, and then the mixed masters that were from a different area, they didn't dare go to those spots. And the ones from here over here didn't dare go to those spots. Because they couldn't in that era.
Right.
It was too dangerous for them, too young. And then later on, you know, once they became famous, people knew them, it didn't matter. You know, but that was something serious in that era, you know.
Tony, who are your, I hate to ask you this question, but who are your favorite writers as far as rap?
Ooh, Cube.
Cube?
Cube. And Cube.
Cube.
All day?
And Cube.
Oh, yeah.
Who are your favorite out of the Latin rappers?
I like them all. ALT.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because he's a hell of a writer.
I don't think he gets enough flowers.
He's just dope.
Props, as I would say in our talk.
He's just an incredible writer.
Yeah.
And could do it on the fly in a few minutes, write your whole hit song.
Yeah.
Hits. Big records. That like sold hundreds of thousands of records. You know what I'm saying? His record, Tequila, that shit did 1 million. I was in Vegas and heard that shit.
That was a brilliant record.
I was in Caesar's Palace and a band was playing it at Caesar's Palace.
Did you hear that record, ALT Tequila?
I never heard it.
So he took every freaking top shelf drink on the fucking. If you go to a bar and Jack Daniels, he had a character for every drink. So Jack Daniels was a character, and he would say, you know, Jack met, you know, Absolute, and Absolute had a baby, and they called it, you know, fucking 1942.
Yeah, mixed drinks and everything, the whole thing.
But it was crazy how he put the metaphors together. It was like a story.
Wow.
It was
just
like
really creative.
I was like, shit. When I heard that, I was like, man.
He was so ahead of his time, and the brothers would be like, damn, dude is just on another one. The shit he was doing. I mean, he was with Jimmy Iovine sitting all day in the office.
Just waiting to write.
And Jimmy's just loved Al, man. He loved Al. He wanted ALT so bad.
Yeah.
Al went to another label, you know. Because, you know, at that time, Jimmy, it was new. That label was new. Interscope was something fresh. Gerardo was the one that, you know, popped that off. And he wanted ALT so. And then, you know, we were writing for Gerardo, too, of course, you know.
Yeah.
But Jimmy we were in the office, you know, playing poker with Jimmy and shit, and he loved Al.
Al write Rico Suave?
No. We wrote other songs.
Okay.
And Michael Cimbello, I think, produced that, too.
ALT wrote a lot for Kid Frost.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, I mean, he wrote a lot of big ones for Kid Frost, too. Frost co-wrote, but Al would just finish. Frost was busy on tour doing shit.
Yeah.
You know, you lose focus on writing songs when you're moving that much and making money.
Yeah.
You know, and you're young. Come on, dog, we're in our 20s. We made a lot of money. We had a lot of stardom. What the fuck? Come for nothing. You kidding? You know? There's nothing you could do. Nobody can guide you or something like that.
Yeah. We were just, and it seemed like it happened so fast.
Of course.
You know,
it did.
I remember being 16, man, having a record deal at 17, and then just touring, lowrider circuit.
From one day to another.
And then songs on the radio, 2 2 years later, man, we're on our second album.
TV shows, traveling the world.
All that. And I'm like, fuck, this is really happening. But we didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't realize we were part of this wave.
And nobody taught
that
you.
just
You had to
started.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Everything we did, we had to figure it out. We had no idea. Contracts were this big, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This big.
Yeah.
Go to an attorney and you got to kick them off. And then we tried the Latino attorneys and we just got, bro. Just wasn't going to work. They were just trying to get in with the people that we were with.
Yeah.
That's a fucked up part about it.
Who's one of the realest motherfuckers in the business as far as
Jerry Heller. Nobody can negotiate like him.
No shit.
Nobody.
He gets so much negative like feedback.
Because he negotiates and make you motherfucking money. If they offer you 3, he got you 9.
Ew.
Within 24 hours. Or within a minute. And he tell everybody to go fuck themselves. At that label that you wanted that deal with. Eat a dick. You tell him, eat a dick. You ain't signing my guy for that. You walk out the door mad at him. But you'll be happy too because he just told everybody to eat a dick. You know? And you would get to call the next day, hey, 11 o'clock, we're signing contracts.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even ask how much because you knew it was just a magic number, bro. The dude can make it happen.
Yeah.
He can negotiate. He can negotiate anything, bro.
Rest in peace, Jerry Heller.
He was just that dude, you know? And all the big wigs, they respected that dude. I'm talking about the big wigs that are the big wigs you guys know. They're mentors. They respect that dude. And they asked him for advice. And they would show up at our studio looking for him and kick it with him for 3-4 hours just to chill. Because he just knew everything that had to do with negotiation. Bro, come on, Slash. The guy managed tons of people.
Yeah.
And he ran estates. He administered estates for people with big loot and told you how to make money off your money. He did that. He was up at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning every day doing that before he did music, before he did any contract or anything. He was up. At 2, looking, waiting for the papers to come out and then, go get the paper, somebody drop it off and start going numbers.
Who else was doing it at that time besides
him.
Jerry?
Well, I mean, they were great.
Great.
Everybody was good, but they couldn't fuck with Jerry.
Was he considered? He was an A&R? Well, no, he was a president. What would his title
He was
be?
just a business dude.
Yeah.
He was your lawyer / manager /
everything. Yeah. So he signed NWA and he managed NWA.
No, he didn't sign them. No.
He got them their deal.
He got them the deal, and then they had to sign because they had an agreement as they were just friends in a group.
Yeah.
But he saw Easy as the main attraction, and then whatever happened between them, that's what happened.
Right.
It is what it is. But he was thinking on the business side for the guy that had the loot and the responsibility or the business smarts. The other guys were great artists. They were going to get their share, but, they were smart. Cube was the first one that just, no, I could do this myself. Or whoever put the bug in your head. Because, the bug, somebody puts the bug in the head to break up a group, bro. You don't just figure it out.
Yeah.
You can't figure it out. You would have left. Somebody put the bug,
Bug in your ear. They
it.
promise you something over here on this side.
And he did great.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
He was writing for everybody.
Dude, the dude
Mainly
owns,
Easy.
The dude owns movie companies, and he's so successful. He did the right thing.
Tony G is in the building. I want to take these last 5 minutes, bro, because I want to.
I got to tell you what he told me one day.
Oh, shit.
So I'm at Skip Saylor. I drive up to Skip Saylor's studio. I go to Skip Saylor's studio to go work with Folsom. Mountain Beach, right? Quick was always recording in the back. Cube was in the front. We go play ping pong. Quick would be done. We go into the back. That day, I went to go see them. I drove up. He was in the front. Somebody told him that I was in the back. Came back, sent somebody. Don't, Q wants to chop it up with you. All right, I'll be right there. To the front, to the car, go inside. What's up, Tone? Boom. He wants some McDonald's because he loves McDonald's. Just come start talking, go outside. Hey, Tone, you still blah, blah, blah. Yeah, open the trunk. Oh, wow. Yeah, cool. Hey, man. So, blah, blah, blah. He said, you really need a good woman to help you get your shit right. I looked at him, and it was a trip how he said that. You know, and I looked at him, I'm like, for real? Yeah, for real, yeah. He had to do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? So there was, I'm talking inside. People could take it how they want. But then when he said that, I got it, what he was trying to say. And it worked for him. Whatever worked for him,
I got you.
And he made an empire. Him and his family made an empire. And he's successful. He's very good at what he does. DJ Pooh, those productions that Pooh did, bro, those are gems, bro. Nobody gives Pooh fly. Everybody loves. He's, you got to knock the fuck out. Man, he wrote the movie.
My grandmama gave me that chain.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's we all go back, bro, for a long time.
Now you got me thinking who that woman was. Or was that a metaphor?
No, he's talking about his family and what opened his eyes and what was more important to him in his future.
Got it.
Somebody grounded him, and he saw as whatever Easy was going through as, change. But at the same time, he may have been telling me something opened my eyes, and I had to go do this. You could think of it how you want, but it worked for him.
Right.
He's extremely successful movie producer, records. I mean, you can't touch Cube's records, bro. Who's touched them?
Fuck, he's still touring doing this shit right now. He ain't got to.
He loves it.
Shouts to Ice Cube. We'll be out in Arizona with him, by the way, man, next month. That's going to be one hell of a fucking show,
he's
bro.
a beast.
April.
He's a beast with it.
I like that.
Also, yeah, we got, man.
I didn't mean to cut you off on that.
No, I needed to hear that, man. We all needed to hear that. Shit, but where's Bubba at? Right here. Bubba! We're going to give a spot away right now before we get off the air, right, bro? This is our longest podcast ever, huh? Yeah. And they still tapped in right now, Tony. How do you do it, dog?
255.
How do you do it?
I appreciate it, man.
Oh,
Thank
for
you.
real, man. Call us up. Let's put that number up, big dog. And then let's take the first caller. We're going to give a Valentine's Day special away to one of our viewers. Here locally, though, you have to be at least in the surrounding area, i.e. OC, LA, whatever. But, yeah, man, Bubba's Tacos here in Ontario. We're broadcasting. I want to thank my man for having us out here. Me and the crew here, Blackout crew.
Yeah.
DJ Tony G, producer, legendary, extraordinaire. Where IMG at? The gazelle over there. You guys get some grub? You got the wings, huh? Yeah, man. So put that number on there. We'll go ahead there. The 951-293-4180. Damn, Tony, we can go on forever, bro.
Oh, shit.
There it is.
Yeah.
First up.
Jerry Heller got short of $1.78, flew to New York and told Tommy Matoli's going to bust his ass if he didn't give him the $1.78.
Sick.
All mafia with it.
We might go another half an hour.
Wrote him a check for like $400, but it was supposed to be $401.75.
See, that's what I'm
Jerry
saying.
Cole
Over how much? Over what?
$1.75. Jerry called him and told him, hey, you fucked me out of $1.75. Fuck you, Jerry. Come on, don't do that. What? It's my money. Yeah, fuck you. You want to come get it? We took him to the airport. Got on the plane, flew to New York. Knocked on Tommy Mottola. Tommy, I'll write you a fucking check. No, fucker, pay me in cash, bitch.
For $1.
Jerry was like that? Gangster.
Flew to New York for $1.75. It was the principal.
Wait, Jerry, you did a lot of business with Jerry because didn't
That's
he?
my stepdad.
I was gonna say didn't he have something to do with Hennessy Lounge?
Yeah, well, everything we did was through Jerry.
Caller, what's up? You're on with Tony G, Blackout Podcast.
Shout out to Bubba's Tacos.
Yeah, you're.
Oh, they calling for the tacos. And who's this?
This is Mo speaking.
Mo. Do you know Mo?
Every A-Rap is named Mo.
He said every Mohammed.
Mo Money.
Muhammad.
Hey, bro, do you know Bubba personally?
Cousin.
He can't win.
Oh, he's primo. He said you can't win, bro. You can't win.
Yeah, you're talking about Hitler.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Italy. Hey, bro. We want me to tell him come through?
Mo.
He said you always got to pass.
Mo, you can't be winning no motherfucking food, bro. Get the fuck out of here. My language.
Sorry, cousin.
Hey, but we love you. Thanks for tapping in, Mo. Appreciate you.
Thank you, though, Mo.
All right, thank you.
He's all mad.
I ain't bringing shit now.
Yeah, fuck you too, ODM. You shit. Hitlerlick. Yeah. That was the big building you guys had. We did some songs there, Wreck with Wicked Minds.
Yeah. That's where Chino Grande started.
Chino Grande, yeah.
Chino Grande bought his VHS tape to do. He could tape his.
That was your Pablito
shit.
stuff, spot. Yeah,
Pablito.
That's where I met Pablito. I think. Yeah.
He was our partner. Jerry was our partner.
He's
got a lot of. He
didn't want to do it, but we over there and told him, Jerry, would you do it? He said, I'd love to do it because he was retired.
Did he fund the money for that?
Who?
Jerry.
Oh no.
Not Hitlerlick. No.
Jerry
That was a big building.
Jerry was retired.
You guys had a whole club.
Jerry was retired. Pablito told me, "Hey Tone, go talk to your dad and tell him that he got an office." So Pablito made him an office and everything. So when I asked him to come to show him around, when he walked down the hall, we already had a desk with his name on it. All I need is a printer and a desk. That's it. Never
That's
left.
what's up.
He never left. He never left. He never left. And then, of course.
Did you go to his funeral?
No, it's too personal. I don't like to do that.
Okay.
I want to remember people.
I'm the same way. Same way. Even when it comes to cemeteries, I don't visit cemeteries just for that reason. I got my memories here. And here.
That's it. And in spirit.
Yeah.
And he'd get you out of a bind, anything you needed. He always told me I'm the only guy that ever paid him back. Me and Julio used to tip him. We used to fucking laugh. He was worth $380 million when he died. Left $80 million to the SPCA, so all them little commercials you see about Save the Dogs and shit, he paid for all that.
Wow.
Because he loved animals so much.
Hey, Crystal's a dog lover.
There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty major.
Oh, he had half a dozen dogs in that house when you go there. Always rescuing. Yeah, he's dude's you learn to. It's an honor to be around people with that much knowledge to soak up game.
He taught you a lot of it.
He just soaked it up. And
From
he
the
trusted
business
me.
side, too.
Yeah, he trusted me. So, he trusted us, trusted me, known me for a while, and we just kicked it off. And
Yeah.
at his house, anytime he needed a ride home, he'd be wherever, somewhere, about to fuck something up or somebody up, and go pick him up, drop him off, take his car home, and call me. All right, bring my car back, motherfucker. He was good people, though. If whatever you really needed,
Yeah.
if you needed something like on a real deal, he'd get you out of a bind. He could do that. He knew how to, but he could negotiate. Like I said, they're offering you 3, he got you 9.
Was he the type of individual that either some people, hey, if I like you, I like you. I'm going to give you if I don't like you, then
There was
don't
nothing,
come
he
near
didn't
me.
give you,
know what I'm saying?
anything. He didn't give you anything. He never got me a record deal. Jerry Heller never got none of us a record deal. None of us. We had the deals.
Yeah.
And he'd go in and say, nah, you ain't fucking them like that. This is how it's going to go down. And he'd rearrange your whole shit and your whole contract and all your money and your advance and done. And then they'd be sneaky. Shoot you this for the video shoot and the production. And then how much did them motherfuckers give you for that? What? This much.
So he never crossed you anyway.
Oh, no. Anything you needed to get, he got you triple.
Woo.
So why, and these are legit questions, how they always said, even Ice Cube said in No Vaseline. Because a white Jew telling you what to do.
Because they're young, bro. And it was just a lot for people that never had that kind of money to be around that kind of thing.
They didn't understand the business side. They just saw the...
And they had a personal relationship, bro. So if there's 5 of you and something goes down and one looks like he's being favored, it's just going to happen, bro. Imagine if it was Latinos. Somebody would have died.
Somebody
you know?
got
You
shot.
never know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's too many hang-ups, too much shit. So nobody understood the business like that. No one understood. So whatever he was doing, it didn't come well. So Cube was the first one to step. Then Dre after, but Dre was something else. That was a whole other move. That's their thing. They have to tell you that. You don't talk about people's business like that if you weren't there in the conversation in that room. So when people tell you these stories about, this is what really, fuck you, you weren't there. I know you weren't there. I just talked to fucking Dre.
True.
He said you're a punk. I mean, what do? You know what I'm saying? So you got to let that, because you live in L.A., bro, with smoke and mirrors. Everybody's did it all. Everybody got a homie. Everybody got a group. Everybody's a rapper, producer. I got the biggest studio. We're next. That don't mean shit. It don't. And none of you motherfuckers were around them like that, because they weren't them type of dudes.
Yeah.
They were in the studio. I think Dre left the studio 2 weeks. In the whole, I don't know, 8-10 years maybe.
Yeah.
The most he's ever been away from a studio.
Did you ever hear about the beef, switching gears? Did you ever hear about like beefs between some of the Latin rappers? Like I'm sure you heard of, so and so, and there was a small list. I know. I just want to get your perspective, because everybody came to you. You were like the uncle that everybody that created this, for starters. But you always, I don't know if you always kept your opinion, but you always try to keep the peace. That's what would be mine.
Well, yeah, because we're fighting over nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever you have, it only takes one bad record for you not to be relevant. So what are you fighting about? What is there to argue? What is there to... We have this thing in our cultures, bro, in the Latin cultures, that we're just so fucking competitive. And we let people tell us shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, talk to your lawyer, manager, who's ever giving you the paper. Get a lawyer to get your deal, not your homie. Oh, well, this dude's getting more. Motherfucker, he raps better than you. You're lucky you're in the group. Shut the fuck up. Do your part and go on tour. We need you to go do whatever else you're going to, but you're going to get paid and you're going to travel the world.
Yeah.
Shut up. Can't. Oh, that fucking dick. I'm going to go with this dude. It's an issue.
King Little G mentioned something on Hood Stocks the other night, and he said something about, he brought up the Tiger situation, how everybody was pissed off at him for, insulting the culture, if I can use that word, or just, presenting them wrong, and a lot of us got pissed off.
10 years ago, it wouldn't have been an insult.
And then he finished, and he said, but wait a minute, you're pissed off at this black rapper who's coming against us, but yet we're doing the same thing. How did he say it?
He said like we're jacking their culture. Basically, no?
We're making money off our own culture as well, or some rap who are Latinos, and he brought a Capone's name too as well. And he kind of had a point. I see where he was coming from.
The racial shit shouldn't even be involved in music. That's dumb. That's fucking ridiculous. Okay, number one. Number two, what Little G was getting to was, look, 5-10 years ago, before all the whatever the fuck's going on now on the internet, before it became a thing, if you saw anybody do that Tiger video, Mexicans would have loved it. It would have been, man, that's us right there. Fuck yeah, that's my homie. And you understand what I'm saying?
So now we got some power, or now
now everything is offensive. But at the same time, Latinos saying N-words that never grew up in the hoods.
That's what it was.
You understand?
Yeah.
And even then, just because you grew up in the hood don't give you the right to use something. If you're not from the culture or grew up with that thing, you have no right to be using that. But it's so free, right? So what are you mad at then? What are you mad at? And it's a black thing anyway. It's a black culture. The music you're emulating is black. All the oldies are black artists, bro.
Right.
Every single one of them.
Everyone you sampled, yeah.
All the big older black artists that are big. If it wasn't Motown, it was Muscle Shoals. That's like Sweet Home Alabama, bro. That's who played on all them soul funk records that you sample.
Yeah, I got you.
They're all white boys, bro. Every single one of them's a white boy that played all them badass soul records that you sampled, that you used. They're white boys playing all that. There's not enough knowledge, bro. Our musical IQ has just hit a fucking bottom. So it's stupid arguments. Listen, much respect to the people that went over there, to stand for a culture and to do something, hey, if you feel that way and you did that, I'm with it. You know, I get it. I get it. But you haven't been around long enough. You're not from the music business not enough or the entertainment world long enough to understand that we've been doing it too for a long time.
Right.
But the internet makes people feel like they're a part of everything, bro. So you're speaking on records and a dude that rapped and you're not a rapper. Why don't you let a rapper handle that? Or let the rapper go over there. I mean, you're talking about Tiger. Tiger's not even really, he's a mixed culture. He's a socialite.
Yeah.
How about the movies, bro? You don't think in the Fridays movie, the homie that drove up, hey, Holmes in the car, talking all that.
Yeah, Hector.
Well, that's offensive to some Mexican people. Oh, why you always got? Because it's true. Why is always got? Hey, Holmes, why do you have?
I never heard a word about them being our culture being pissed off at Hector. You're right, and we was reversed. We were like, hell yeah, that's Q put him on in the neighborhood.
So
yeah,
you know, like I said, 10 years ago, it would have been, oh, that shit is dope.
It was representation rather than something to be.
Everybody acts like Ezel and talks like Ezel. You know how many of my fucking homies that aren't even from hood or not even street dudes were just imitating Ezel from Friday all day.
We still do.
Hey, smoking. Hey, yo, yeah. Okay. What are they doing, bro? All day imitating people and see somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, you can go back. Hey, Tony G, you. What the fuck is that, bro?
For real.
I'm on tour with Young MC. Hey, you still playing with Run DMC?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think in your mind like, fuck, you don't know the fucking difference? No, you don't. You really don't because you're not culturally.
Yeah.
You haven't evolved. You. Not the people. You. You can't. You're mixing a whole culture on your IQ or your experience. No, motherfucker, you're just slow. You're slow and your homies are slow.
Yeah.
That's why your homies are over there being slow. But the other people aren't slow. That's your problem. I'm not calling anybody slow specifically. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay? So what Little G was saying is, fuck, everybody talks and raps the style, the lingo, the flow, the delivery, the words. The words. The car, the clothes.
Yep.
The girls. What they wear, how they dance. All the dances in your video.
I know some people coming after the newer culture for dressing up, and I saw this one older hyena. She was on Instagram, and she was like, "Who the fuck are you wearing these khakis and dickies?" Yelling at the youngster girls, because you know that whole Charlie trend is back or in with the Charlie Brown shirts and everything.
Man, but
and they're like, "You're not even gangster." And
you're talking about something that wasn't just a culture. Listen, I grew up around Chicanos. I don't know everything about Chicanos. You know, I'm married to a Chicana and with parents Chicano and grandparents Chicano and have been here for generations. It was a culture, and it was a movement to fight for something. There was politics involved. There was life loss. There's struggle. It's not just a let's dress up for a party. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. My kids are half Mexican, Chicanos. I would never dress up because I've never been like that. It's not who I am. If I saw myself at a party, I'd say, what the fuck are you wearing? That's not you. You didn't go. You know how many people went through stuff? You know what I mean? To be here today, for the Chicano, to be able to get to what they're doing today. Now, if you're Chicano and you're doing something because your parents and you're really that. That's a cultural thing, bro. It's unique. That's something you don't just step on. I could see those folks getting offended at another culture disrespecting them. But like you said, you saw people. Was that girl black complaining about people dressing like?
Nah, she was older Latina, our age.
That's different.
Yeah.
Did you see any black people saying that?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. Everybody's going to have an opinion.
I'm sorry.
I don't give a fuck what you wear. I'm not your daddy, and I'm not looking at your ass like that in your pants. You know, I really don't give a fuck. Every time I hear skinny jeans, it's like, why are you looking at the dude's legs? How do you even know he got fucking skinny jeans?
Let's take this call real quick.
For real.
Hey, who's this?
Hello.
What's up, brother? What's your name? Where you calling from?
So, man, tell Bubba this is Mifflin.
Who?
Netflix?
Netflix? What?
Yeah, tell him it's Mifflin.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you about this guy. Y'all want to hear a funny story? Y'all want to hear this one? Can I tell him?
Yeah. Come on, bro.
Let me tell you guys.
All right. Bubba wants to tell a story.
This guy, he's related to me not by blood, thank God. If you're one of my blood cousins, I'll slap the shit out of you. That's right. All right, guys. So this guy done fucked up and married some fucking retarded ass female. Excuse my language, but she cheated on him. That's why, right? And we've been trying to tell this motherfucker she's been cheating on him. So what did we do? You know what I'm saying? We sent her a dummy. You know what I'm saying? And she fell for it.
A dummy?
Yeah. You know, like, we sent her, one of our friends to talk to her.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And she got caught up.
She got caught up.
All
and
right.
we tried to tell him, and he's still riding her and loving her. Would you please tell this guy to let her the fuck go?
Hey, man,
God
you let
damn
her
it,
go,
you cannot
bro.
have that Valentine's dinner because that bitch is not welcome. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, so he's trying to win this? He's trying to win this for her?
Yeah, man. I'm going to call his mama, man. She can fuck that.
Man,
She broke your heart. You came crying and shit, and now you want to buy her. Fuck that. I won't even buy her.
Says she cheated on you, bro. You still want to wine her and dine her?
Hey, you know what I'll do?
Hell no.
She can cut it with a fucking fork and knife.
Out.
That.
She's gone.
Says she's gone.
No bullshit. I have her on my Instagram. He called her like 13 times last night. Look it. Fuck that, I'm putting you on blast.
How the fuck did I call her 13 times?
Look it.
How did I call her 13 times?
Look it. Here we go.
Damn,
dog.
It's all red. Missed call.
Zoom in, Mifflin.
Over there. Put it over there. Put it over there.
What number is it? What's the phone number there?
He said, what's the phone number?
I can't believe you.
What's the phone number that's calling her?
So what's the number? It says no caller ID.
LDE, little dick energy.
Nigga, I don't call nobody on no color ID.
He can't be a winner.
Hey, bro, you want to be a winner? We're going to make you a winner, bro. Come on, man.
They said Bubba
Only
with
if he
the
brings his mama.
receipts.
He said you got to bring your mama, though, bro.
Man, I love Bubba. Bubba has the best food.
He says, I love Bubba. Bubba has the best food. All right, come on, man. You're a winner.
Tell him when he used to take a picture with his ex-wife, it'd be him and her, right?
Yeah.
But it's really technically a picture of the whole squad.
Hang on the line, bro. We're going to get your info. I know Bubba has it, but hold on. Shit, man. That's going to do it for us, man. Bubba, thank you for having us, bro.
Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. Hey, same time tomorrow, guys.
Yeah. We got the Funk Freaks tomorrow, guys. Don't forget about that. Tony G, man, we can go another 5 hours, bro.
Thank you.
I see my
Thank
guy.
you for everybody that tuned in, man. Really appreciate it.
I want to take a picture with you.
Tony's got story. Will you come back and bless us on the turntables, man?
Yeah, man.
I know.
Get that together, get a little set now, because you're bringing heavyweights over here. I got to,
Well, we got to get Cazell on there, too.
take my medication and shit.
Cazell.
Get on a treadmill for a day or two, get ready.
Man, I know that's right.
Get ready for it.
DJ Cazell's in the building, man. We're going to have him on, man.
Music group.
Shout outs to IMG Industry Music Group as well. And, brother, keep doing what you're doing because what you're doing is shining,
me,
bro,
I
man.
appreciate it, okay?
All day, man. Love you, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Likewise.
Blockout Podcast, man. Anything else, bro?
That shit was dope, bro. Shit was dope as fuck.
How long we go, Danny?
Soaking up history.
It says we're at 3 hours and 16 minutes.
Damn, man. Diana doesn't even text me one.
The longest one.
I'm saying
I got to keep her.
I'm good right now. But yeah, dude, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you guys already haven't. We are growing. We're about to hit 5K, so it's only. I always say every episode, it's only going to get better. So
yes,
make sure you guys hit that subscribe button.
Congratulations.
Yes,
And
sir.
from the chat, they're saying, thank you, Tony, for the inspiration and for the memories.
Pleasure. Thank you, guys, man.
At the Blackout Podcast on Instagram. And, of course, you know what it is. Share this video, man. We will see you tomorrow. Funk Freaks in the building. We are out. Bubba's Tacos. Thank you.